At midnight, you can say all that you want, but you and I were meant for this. You know, sometimes we hide behind this illusion that we're done. Oh, please see that you're wrong in this. I don't fall in love cause I'm here tonight. I don't wanna say it, but it just feels right. I feel just to pass the time. Don't get me wrong, but I'm done with these games. I'll hold on to faith. You and I are stuck on this. I can't seem to let it go. It's not too late. Just don't lose your faith this time. Sometimes you gotta let go, 'cause I gotta let you go.
In the darkest night, I saw your eyes, a sense of threat that I can't forget. To know, so take my hand and let our fears go. Take me to your jungle where the rain is warm and the birds fly. Take me to your kingdom. Yeah, take me to the. Yeah, take me to the.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. It's time for, oh my god, fixing the webcam. That's what it's time for. Shit, dude, what the? At some point I am gonna need to do that. Yesterday that would have been a perfect time to do it. Didn't fucking do nothing all day, and it was great day off and you get to do nothing. Fuck yeah, dude. I've had a rough week this week, boys. Mostly rough weekend, but shit, dude. Whew. Let's hope this week is a better one so I can get more stuff done. Sorry for being almost... Actually, I'm not even late. Why am I apologizing? I was thinking I was going to be late because I was doing laundry. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me get the music back up and running here, boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. I like this song. It's a good one to start with. I like that build, you know what I mean? I think my favorite part about the EDM music is just the build and then the drop. How y'all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Did you guys see that random video the Blizzard posted today? Hold on. I doubt that they're gonna be... I very, very doubt they're gonna go and copyright this. You know what I mean? But this thing, hold on, this thing right here, this thing, have you seen it? The Bastion thing, it came out of nowhere, but it's kind of nice. It's really, really short. It's just showing the zone of Bastion. I think it's supposed to be like a Twitter video. That's why it has like really low FPS to it. Like it's kind of choppy looking. I think it is designed originally for Twitter, but yeah, it's fucking awesome. Nyella, how's it going? I think it's the first time you're donating, aren't you? How you doing, Nyella? Unless, because I'm really bad with names. Thank you so much for the dono. Yo, can we get a hashtag? Nyella? Music ruin it? What do you mean? In the video? Can we get a hashtag 9 in the chat showing appreciation for more for dono, my man? Or my dudette? I can't tell if it's a male or a female name or whatever in between that you identify as. We're just going to be inclusive here. Thank you so much, Nye. Appreciate you. Can we get a hashtag 9 in the chat showing appreciation for the monthly donation? Thank you so much, fam. Appreciate you. Was Downs being at Dalaran hashtag 1340. Hopping over on the don't want to just yeah, appreciate you. Seriously, you're giving money to somebody who plays video games for a living. I mean, thank you. You're allowing me to continue my degen lifestyle of making YouTube videos on World of Warcraft and staying up until 5 in the morning. So I appreciate you. Shadowlands November 24th. Yes, Shadowlands November 24th for EU and November 23rd for NA. It is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe, or Monday, Tuesday. And the 10th pre-patch event, actual event, it should be available. It's gonna be so much fun. On my birthday is the ASL release. Hell yeah, Marcel. Hell yeah, my dude. Alright, EU, we're hopping on. I logged on being at beta for a second. For whatever reason, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, it is a Monday, Tuesday. Never mind then. I almost tweeted out yesterday that, oh shit, it's on a Friday, Thursday. That was weird. For some reason, my calendar was telling me Friday, Thursday, 23rd and 22nd. At some point, we are going to have to upgrade and get an EU character up and running, boys. Because I will not be able to do these duels unless I have a max level character. So we are going to need to do an upgrade. And I will need to get some time to level a character. I was thinking level a... Because I don't know if I... Okay, so first things first. This is what I was thinking of doing with EU. Let me log on this character just so we can get the duels up and running. Because I'm wasting a lot of time here. But this is what I was thinking. Make a Demon Hunter. I already have a Demon Hunter on the EU. Level is the DH in the EU because it'll be very quick. I mean, you have a lot of mobility, you have very easy rotation. It would be like, I could go tank spec for some dungeons. Like Demon Hunter I would think would be the easiest, fastest method over to get a character max level in the EU. Because I'm not really interested in playing Demon Hunter as a spec at all. But I am going to do the same thing on NA. I'm going to level a Demon Hunter to max level because I will need a max level for these 5V5 1v1 duels. So I was thinking... I might as well just level a Demon Hunter on both EU and NA. Just to have a character for the 5V5 1v1s, you know what I mean? At least it's the plan so far. I could level a Rogue, but I'm just gonna fuck up the keybinds for them anyway for the spectator stuff. And if I do, and I'm not even sure... The idea is, of course, I want to try to play on EU with you boys. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but if it's gonna be as busy as BFA was with so much farming that I had to do... I mean, you remember how BFA was, right? You remember that shit? People basically cannot play more than the main. Play the whole new spec felt like what's up main in the new main. I couldn't have time. Legion was a little different towards the end of Legion, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. What's up, Ruin? How you doing, my man? We got Jesus ready? Alright, do we have any more EU boys ready for 5V5 1v1 duels? What's up, DC? How you doing, my man? Let's go. He said go Jesus go first. He did message me first. So if you have another group on EU, man, then we're good to go. What's up, DC? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. We're doing this on EU, by the way, boys. Mad Alliance DR5. Sounds good. Sounds good. Is streaming quickly, or you're ruined to have a group, my man? Because Jesus is ready. Hey, Dalaran, can I join the 5V5 1v1s? You guys are more than welcome to him. Always more than welcome to him. My Mythic comes out on the 15th of December, so it's close to the holidays. It is close to the holidays. I feel like Blizzard, I mean, really, how much, if they didn't have to delay the expansion, I feel like the releases would have been easier to deal with. People would have been able to get a good bite out of the raids without having to completely... It's so weird how the sound goes from like left and right ear with the song. So weird, but it's so cool too. Look at the music back up and running, the same mixes. And K-Jeon, right? Did I mess it up? Oh no. Jesus and K-Jeon. DC with a $20 dono, my man! New real ID. New real ID, I like new one. You? Real ID? What do you mean? You can get a hashtag DC with a beautiful, wonderful little, my man. That's 30 bones right there. What do you mean new, you mean your icon? You mean your icon and the name? Yeah, it sounds good. It looks good, man. Thank you for the 20 bucks, man. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you so much. Man, I was mid train of thought and I just lost a train of thought. What was I talking about, chat? I actually just spaced so fucking hard. It was something about Shadowlands. I was about to say something about Shadowlands. Can't remember now. Well, goddamn, hi, nope in game. Oh, okay, I'll peep you. I'll peep you in game. Unless you meant real ID, I'll peep you in game, man. How does that sound? Can you do some group for the Alliance? Yeah, if someone wants to make a group for Alliance, you're more than welcome to. Through Twitch. We got ourselves. It looks like it's gonna be Team 1. The Scooper's already popping off wings. What is going on? Why? He's already got wings rolling. I guess he's not going to be going first. We got ourselves Naila in the back as a survival hunter. We got Yandex together as a Frost DK with 2-hand. Mary as a red pally. And we got ourselves Fenny as a demon hunter versus Team 2. We got ourselves a Chrysler going back with more of the Destro. That is the one spec we don't see a lot more anymore is Destro. It's also going to be Ornash as a Frost Mage. Popping off on this at the beginning. We got Yolora as a Boomy. We got ourselves Keeve as an Elishama and Jonas. Is it Jonas? Cam, DN, Jonas. You're gonna call it Jonas fight. He's gonna hit with a bunch of shadows. Actually, quite a bit of damage with a half health to sit at. And it's gonna be the mage getting out of there. Fenny taking a lot of dot damage. What is actually you're melting to a Frost Mage? I don't understand. That's going to be one more Ice Lance needed right through the heart, and Ornash taking it. I don't even know how a Frost Mage just had Affy Warlock dots rolling on a Demon Hunter just now. But that happened, and Ornash is given an opportunity to get himself some Frostbolts while waiting with that pet. Big bike rolling in, does choose to ice block it as Naila wanted to go for big damage. That's going to be Ornash's one ice block gone. Decided, you know what? I have a set amount of health. I don't have a lot of healing. I might as well use it. Is going to be able to take out Naila's pet. Can he get over close enough to maybe interrupt him from revival of a pet? No, it's not going to happen. He's trying to see if he can set a blizzard. Doesn't hit Naila. He does actually hit right on top of Naila. Trading the nades, but it's going to be a ring of frost onto the hunter. And Ornash, as long as his shield holds, it should be okay. Try to go for frostbolts in order to build up more icicles. Actually, spending those icicles into the pet instead. Ornash got himself Reaping Flames rolling versus Naila. Naila is number 2 here. Okay, and Ornash is number 2 too. Okay, that will work out. But Naila is going to be, I think he's trying to maybe go for like a Dape playstyle. Let the pet kind of bite at Ornash. Kind of just take it super slow, super easy. His pet does go down. Going to be a Mage Blink on top of it. Naila dropping down the Frost Trap. Going to be Rudo to the Naila on the side. Going to be quite a bit of shatters. More shatters as the disengage comes out. Rare Frost is going to be Turtle, but still Rare Frost going through the Turtle. Trying to go for Revive Pet while Turtle is up. Should be able to get the pet up and running. Naila is losing out quite a bit of health. Stun onto Ornash, trading some dots. Is going to Harpoon. Going in for cooldowns, but it's looking to maybe stay at a distance. Just poking out to throw him nades. And Ornash dropping down a frozen orb with Naila. You better go for a bit of a self-heal right now. Well, something's doing damage to your medic. Better just dust clear him off whatever magic dots he has. Probably a Crucible. Crucible of Flame, and Ornash is again over there with a pet, just kind of taking it super slow, super steady. Did lose out on a little bit of health. For Nele, you would think this would be a perfect opportunity to poke out, get the dots up, get the nades up, let the pets do work, and just kind of let the damage roll. But he's kind of just letting the pet out and mostly just trying to go for a bit of a reset of his own. And now that the hunter is able to claim himself into a camo, I think this is going to be a perfect opportunity for him to maybe get aggressive. The blizzard does come down on top of Ornash, looking to summon a full, fresh new water Ellie. It's going to be a bit of a slowdown for this game as Nele is trying to wait and find the perfect opportunity to get the damage onto Ornash. Does juke away from the blizzard. That's going to be stunned bike into Ornash. This absorb shield absorbed a lot of that damage. Finally, Nele able to get some dots onto Ornash, breaking all the damage into the health bar of Ornash. The shield is back up and running, and Ornash is again going to have to wait and take a slow game around. Going to be a blizzard on one side, but it's going to be a frozen orb on the other. Nele trying to see if they can reposition to the other side of the pillar. That's going to be a pet sack available, trying to get himself a bit of a defensive, and there goes Exhilaration. Poking out to get the dots back into Ornash, but not really getting aggressive. Well, I would think the hunter would have such an advantage here. For Ornash, he's actually waiting out. Iceblock back up if he needs to. He is losing out health little by little, though. He is losing health. So eventually he's going to have to get in there. That's going to be an interrupt onto the pet. Someone with a Ray of Frost does disengage. Still taking a lot of that frosty damage. So shatters are needed. Sacred Trigger comes up. Does steal it immediately. Nele with no health available. And does go down with an Ice Nova. Ornash has 2 minutes on the, what is it? The Cold Snap? It is Cold Snap. Yandex is going to be up next as the DK does go for a grip into Ornash. Stun to follow, but it's actually at a distance away. Ornash decided to trick it out of the stun. Either way, the pet is getting summoned for Yandex, trying to get as much damage into the mage as early as possible. The pet stun comes out, the AMS rolling in, and that's going to be an Icebug for Ornash, waiting out for Yandex to have no defenses. There goes the anti-magic zone, but maybe a little bit too early. Ornash can literally wait it out. For Yandex, he needs to go for the stun. The grips, the slows immediately. There goes the grip onto the poly, as Ornash is going to have to tank himself up a little bit. Does he have any damage to follow? It looks like he's just trying to kind of kite away. Going to be a Nazal chicken available for Yandex. Trying to get himself as much of defense as possible, but Ornash looks like he is going to be able to slip away. We are getting towards that 5-minute mark, boys, with the dampening. Ornash is taking a very slow, very cool, very breezy play against Yandex. The stun does come out. No Iceblock available. I think the mage might be going down stun again, and Yandex does take him out. I thought it was going to be maybe potentially the game where Frost Mage goes in and has a blowout. It has to go for a very slow game. Whether it was a fast game together against the Demon Hunter who's just charging at him, or a slow game against Survival, he did do well until he ran out of ice blocks. And Yandex with that Nazat trick, it does get himself a major defensive use. Keeve is going to be up next versus Yandex. Does he get a knockback? Try to go for an interrupt. Does not land it properly. That's going to be Keeve trying to get himself some self-heals rolling. Perfect opportunity for the Elemental Shaman to get a setup. Does not get to knock Yandex back off of the platform. Trying to go for some lightning bolts. Looking to maybe get an interrupt out of him. Potentially. Yandex taking quite a bit of damage though. Those lightning bolts are doing quite a lot. Probably with a mastery. Stun into the second stun by Yandex to follow that up with an Azat streak. It does absorb all that Earth Shock. Lightning Lasso does stop Yandex for a second. Out of defenses for the most part. Might need to go for transfusion healing. Second stun out of that pet. Off of that lasso, and Kiva's looking pretty good right now. That's going to be a Lichborn available for Yandex, trying to go for Death Calls defensively to self-heal, but I don't think he has enough, and that's going to be Kiva taking him out. The Elemental Shaman, and the damage they can put out is just kind of surprises you out of nowhere. Ground Totem does get eliminated. I don't know if Crippers went for a Hodge. Looks like he had it saved up and ready to go. The big knockback comes out. The hammer is still hanging over Keeve's head. If you can slow down Crippers, he can reduce the value of that damage. Lightning Lasso, Crippers does shrink it out of it, but Keeve takes quite a bit of damage either way. The final verdict comes out. Keeve has a big lightning bolts available if necessary. That's going to be Earth Elemental or Fire Element back up. There's going to be also a wall too. Crippers popping his own wall with Absorb. Shield Avengers, that's going to be the Panda Racial trying to disrupt Crippers. Needs another slow onto the Paladin. Stun comes out. Should be able to blast those Shield Avengers. That's probably going to be a bubble out of Crippers. Unless he chooses not to try to see if he can survive with the Word of Glory. There goes the bubble. Does he have enough to finish off Keeve? Looks like he's playing it very defensively. Trying to go for more Word of Glory, trying to see if he can survive. Keep trying to go for a bit of a juke. It's not going to happen. Knockback does not happen either. Lasso does connect. That was going to be grounding totem. I don't know if it was able to ground a stun or anything, but looks like Keeve might be a-okay for now as an Elemental Shaman. Next up, Crippers has Burst, though. This could be really bad. But next up, Keeve has Burst. If you have any kind of a setup, Crippers does not have a bubble. No Shield of Vengeance either. So it could be pretty bad for him too. Gonna be a big old hammer hanging over Kiev's head. Not good for him. Stun to follow. Crippers has maybe a big setup. Knocked back onto Crippers. The Kiev takes almost no damage from that hammer. Really, lightning lasso to follow. That's gonna be a big double lightning bolt right after. Does he have the Earth Shock to follow? Interrupt maybe. Oh, he didn't even need some big zaps. And if only Crippers had enough holy power for Word of Glory, he might have been able to survive that burst. But with Kiev, that was a nice setup. He tried to go for an interrupt, and Crippers tried to go for a juke, but it wasted all those globals. Going for a juke. Mary's going to be up next. Hex breaks as Mary got himself plenty of damage ready against Kiev. That's going to be a knockback on his wings with a hammer twice as that happened for Kiev. Perfect opportunity. Mary tried to catch up and do as much damage while the hammer is up. Double Crucible, final verdict. Honestly, that if you had any more globals besides that, that would have been a global onto Kiev. That would have just been global by another paladin here. Because he only got, what, one hammer. He got a final verdict, 2 crucibles while wings are up. And they did that much damage in a single burst. I mean, that's just a lot. That's just a ton for paladins. Ton of damage. Mary, though, looking to play this a little bit defensively while the wings are down. Shield of Vengeance is going to be necessary as well as wings. Avenging Wrath needs to be available in order for him to get the most damage possible for this. Does still have bubble. That's going to be a big Stormkeeper for Kiev. Lightning Lasso. Does he go to Wombo? Come on, Mary. Mary, make sure you're not casting the self-heal spells at all. Earth Shock. One Lightning Bolt. Second Lightning Bolt. Mary's just going double defensive on this. Word of Glories back to back. Even getting procs for Word of Glories. Stuns are getting traded. That's going to be a defensive hodge for Mary. It looks like he's not going to be able to do too much. Going to be a knockback as soon as he tries to go for anything. So for Kiev, this has been good so far. Has a trinket for the next goal from Mary. And that's going to be a Fire Elemental available as well. If you only had Fire Elemental combo together into the big old Lightning Zaps, Mary trying to decide whether he wants to jump off the bridge or not. Looks like he's going to reposition down below with Kiev trying to see if he might be able to chase after him. We are at 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Dampening is at 28% for Mary. Right now, the healing for Paladins, even a dampening 30%. Usually this is where lots of classes have seen a lot. Oh, that's going to be a big old hammer hanging over Kiev's head. Wall available. Trinkets it for the Hodge. That is still going to be a lot of damage for Mary's setup. Maybe it looks like the hammer did nothing. I think the wall was perfectly timed for Kiev, but that's going to be a bunch of zaps on the Mary with Lightning Lasso. Has one more zap available. Is that going to be enough? The Kiev is taking quite a bit of damage. It's also super low. Looks like I think Mary's is going to take him out. He actually got himself, I think, a Ward of Glory that also kind of sparked off an AoE burst damage, which is absolutely... I think it's a trait too. I think it's a trait when your wings are up. When you spend Holy Power, it's a Retribution Paladin trait, but technically can be used by all the Paladins now. Every time you spend a Holy Power, it has this burst of AoE holy damage around you. And I think that's what killed... I think that's what killed the Shaman just now. Bubble available for Mary as he just cries to going in for big birds. That's going to be a gate portal out of him. Gate with Trafala as Mary's trying to find himself some line of sight. Does not hit Mary with that stun. Is he going to be able to max out the Infernal Burst? Because this is a perfect opportunity. It's going to be a lot of Soul Shards available. Does Chrysler have the burst ready for this? Mortal Coil onto Mary trying to set up a Chaos Ball. That's going to be quite a bit of damage. Mary just goes for a massive heal. That's going to be a Succubus Seed trying to stop him in a second. And Chrysler is going to have that hammer hanging over his head with a final verdict. Mary's trying to max out the damage from this. Big Chaos Ball to fall. Mary might just go down here, actually. Trying to Word of Glory this as much as possible. Has the Succubus to get a lot of the resources off of the Holy Power. Judgment coming down. It's going to Blade of Justice. And as long as he got the Holy Power, he got Word of Glories. And as long as he got Word of Glories, he's probably not going to die. Sure, if you're into Mary, Chrysler trying to set up some damage. Looks like that's not happening either. And Mary got himself a bit of recovery. 39% dampening. Senator Chrysler does use to wall this. Mary does not have the burst ready for this. The Chrysler might just be able to survive with the wall. It's going to be the port. I think he might need to use the port a lot more regularly against Mary, especially since he wants to keep Mary out in the open. Being able to port way out here in the open and have a Mary chase after you in particular, I think it might just be one of your strategies. Because Warlocks are tanky, but I feel like you might want to be even tankier. And you might as well make the melee chase after you the whole time. Because it should be a fairly short cooldown, right? The port. Like a 25-second cooldown. So I think it should be used basically on CD, especially if the melee got any kind of damage. Especially if it's a paladin. Especially if it's a pally. Pally's ridiculous. Pally's are really strong. I don't want to call them OP or ridiculous. I just want to say strong. It's about as much as I want to say. Succubus CC for Chrysler. Is he going to go for a big Chaos Bolt? Like at this point, you gotta actually ask yourself, like, what do Warlocks play? It's gonna be a slow onto Mary for a second. Cries are trying to get those conflags. It looks like he can't get slows or roots off of conflags anymore. Chaos Bolt is gonna be set up for Mary. Big damage with that bursty combo. Looking to end him right now, and he does do it. When you thought it was just gonna be over. Chrysler does come out and does finish him off with Kiev getting quite a bit of damage. Or not, making Frost look good. I like it. Did 70k and the mage just out healed LMAO. Well, I mean, the mage did have himself a shield, and I guess the mage, I was gonna say he did use Crucible, but he didn't. He used Reaping Flame. So I don't really know how he healed. Harbin, you ready? Alright, man, I can get you up next. Alright, boys, let's get it on the going, yeah? Cajun says he's ready. Jesus just got to play. Do we have any more groups, or is it going to be only Cajun versus Hardwin here? Because otherwise I get them in. EU, and how many are we at? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 games on EU with this one, boys. Fuck yeah. Dimmerility? Oh, okay, okay. I see what you mean. Okay, I see what you mean, DC. Yeah, it looks good, man. Looks good. Jesus, Cajun ready, Hardwin ready. I was gonna get Cajun versus Hardwin. Actually, was it Jesus' team with Chrysler just now, or was it Cajun's team with Chrysler? For the Horde, what's up, Rude? You want to make a group, my man? EU Horde games, by the way. Ah, perfect, dude, perfect. Some group for Alliance. Yeah, we got Cajun, we got ourselves Jesus. I think both of them were in Alliance, actually. My team was Chrysler. Okay, if it was Cajun's team was Chrysler, I'll be down for that. Because I want to see Chrysler play again, dude. Plus, I also think whoever had Chrysler got to play, had somebody who didn't get to play. So I was going to get him in next. Let's do a hard... Wait, did I just do wrong? Shit. I think I just queued Jesus and Cajun again. Fuck. I meant to queue Hardman and Cajun. Shit. Yeah. Fuck. I mean, I guess we could... was M6 part of that group? With Team 2? Wait, Chrysler no longer in the group? You know what? There's enough new people in this group that I think I'm fine with it. They swapped a couple of rogues on Team 1. And there's a one extra warrior, I think, on Team 2. And a Boomy that never got to play. I'll let this run. I meant to queue another team, but I'll let this run. Yeah, Hardwin, be on standby. I am definitely, as long as I don't do something dumb like this again, I'm definitely going to get you next, okay? Please be patient with me. I am dumb. I have no brain. Switch. We got us a Team 1 with a slight swap up. We still have Warnosh, still sticking to Frost, which I like. We got M6 here, Ozzy Arms Warrior, Kiev as Elemental, Iora, which never got to play as a Boomy, and we got ourselves Jonas as 2 Arms Warriors on that team. We got Krupa still on this team, with Yandex going to be going up next. First up, actually, on Team 1 as a Frost DK, with Tamsin as a sub-rogue. We got ourselves Mary and Fenny. Swap it to that sub-rogue. No more Demon Hunter play for him, as Yandex is trying to find an angle against Jonas. He's trying to stay the hell away from him. He's going to be able to charge in on his own turn Stormbolt. That's going to be the banner up, which is going to give a short stun for Jonas, which is perfect. Trying to go for a reflect. That stun, second reflect, did stack up on him. It's going to be a big parry available. He's Bladestorm in both the pet as well as Yandex, but a lot of that damage is going into the Nazat trinket. Jonas, does he have anything to follow? He's trying to go for a shattering throw onto Yandex. I don't really know if that's going to do much for him. He's swapping around to the pet instead. If he can kill the pet, that is going to be a victory rush, isn't it? That actually might be worth. Yeah, you swap it unless the pet could be summoned. I guess Yandex could technically dismiss the pet and then deny the damage or deny the heals. So Jonas is going to look like he's going to be a little bit behind. He did get a pretty big cooldowns out of Yandex. Actually, every CD with AMS, everything but AMZ, really. He does still have Death Pack. Stormbolt by Jonas as perfect opportunity for him to maybe get a setup. Is going to stay in defensive stance while getting the Warbreaker up and running. Reflect available. Does get a reflect onto Yandex with that stun. He doesn't sit along at all, though. This is going to be stunned back to Jonas as he's not really looking all that good. Trying to go for focus. Azrai Beam getting interrupted on. It does himself a little bit of a defense with Ignore Pay, but I think it's going to be done and done with Jonas. This man walking up with an Azrai Beam trying to make a play. What are you doing? Eloria? Yeah, Eloria. YOLO. Eloria. Eloria? I don't know how to say your name. Eloria. Can we call it Eloria? Eloria. I'll do it close enough. Eloria. This is not even a good nickname for you. I can't do this. That's going to be AMS available for Yandex is dropping down a anti-magic zone. Big stun onto Eloria. The druid. Why am I struggling with this? As thorns does come up, blood of the enemy available for you. Wait, this is gonna melt. Was that a blood of the enemy out of the druid? Wait, what? Was that a blood of the enemy out of a balanced druid? He just melted that Death Knight. What? Sab and Laura is gonna be a stun to follow. Let's say it is gonna be full stun. Tamsin going in for quite a bit of damage. Does Laura have anything left to follow here? They already used their defense quite a bit. Maybe anything available. Try to see if we can get a cyclone onto Tamsin. Looks like he did get the kick available. That's gonna be a bit of a nope. I was expecting for a roar into a cyclone. This is going to be stun. DR. Laura might be able to get quite a bit of damage. The rogue does not press cloak yet. It's going to be blind onto the druid. Laura does not look like they run a trinket. Might still have enough dust to keep Tamsin in combat. And that's going to be a cloak of shadows with a reset for Tamsin. Decide, you know what? I'm going to burn the cloak just to make sure I can get this win. If the druid has any, the druid does have Barskin coming up. So if you use Barskin right now, you might be okay. Does press Barskin, maybe this will be enough to live. Potentially, maybe Loredon. No, looks like it's going to be going down. At least they had a little bit of a chance, you know what I mean? It's better than not having any chance at all. Tamsin does get hit with a slow, but that's not going to be enough to get him out of combat. Dude, what was that blood of the enemy boomy burst though, dude? Apparently, blood of the enemy is really good for PvP right now. Apparently, a lot of like websites, I guess Wowhead really, actually recommend you in some of the guides to go blood of the enemy. Actually recommend, which is hilarious. Boomy, blood of the enemy, triple star surge. Like, if the druid, if the DK does not have AMS, he's done. Sorry, I did that one shot. I liked it. I thought it was awesome. Especially from classes that you don't expect this from. There's going to be another sap and a key, but it looks like Tamsin is going to open up. That's not going to be a stun by the Earth Elemental. Does have the wall from the Earth Ellie if necessary. And that's going to be Tamsin going in for Smoke Bomb, just trying to get away from Keeve. Does have the Smoke Bomb. The Smoke Bomb was used properly. Does get himself a reset, but looks like the damage isn't going to be enough to really get a impact of the Keeve. Tamsin is playing the sub rogue. He is going to have to go for a big Birchie setup. He's also playing double dance. So he's not playing the big one burst or one shot dance build at all. So I wonder if he's playing, like, what kind of a setup does he go for? Eviscerate's available back to back to try to get Eviscerates with cheap shot. Shadow Strikes to follow. It's going to be Panda Racial with a heal for Keeve. Does he go for a Hex maybe? Lasso instead. Tamsin maybe could use the Human Racial if that's available. Looks like it's quite a lot of damage from that Lasso. Getting Tamsin almost a half a shot. It's going to kite him around with slow. Shadow Step Interrupt available. And Keeve can still go for Frost Shocks, Flame Shocks to slow him down. That's going to be a big old Earth Shock to follow Keeve. Maybe could trick this. Tamsin looking like he's going to go for a bit of a reset. Yeah, I think it's going to be a clean reset for the Rogue with Tamsin. We are starting to dip into dampening at 2%, 3%. Tamsin is coming out clean. And Keeve does go for a bit of a mage food since Ornoch is on their team, which that stuff is allowed, by the way. We got a mage on our team when we go for some eats. A rogue mage combo seems really, really good. Going to be a cheap shot by Tamsin. Try to go for a setup. Is this sub rogue damage? Or is he doing something different? Is he playing more of a stain build playstyle? Because I need to spend more time on my sub spec. I usually, every time I play my rogue, is all outlaw. Literally every single time. Stormkeeper available. Trying not to get kicked. Tamsin actually take a lot of damage without a Stormkeeper. Keeve just getting Blig Blaster damage on the Tamsin. I think he might be done for. Stun Totem does not connect. Tamsin does get himself a short heal. Double Shadow Step has been used. No more mobility left. I think the Frost X is going to be the bane of you. Oh! Lava Burst taking him out. That wasn't even a Stormkeeper. I'm not even sure what happened. I think Keeve just got lucky proc with Lava Birds back to back. It looks like Mary is going to be up next. Try to see if he may be able to go around the corner. Looking to maybe get himself a nice reduel with Keeve. Big Earth Shock available. It's going to be Lightning, not Lightning Lasso. It's going to be Shield of Vengeance available for the Lightning Balls. The Lasso comes out. Going to be a chicken for Mary with a knockback to fall in. Keeve looking to get the hell out of there. Trying to run and cast. It's going to be a Hodge, but Mary, though, with a hammer, does have the wings available. Keeve is going to take a lot of damage from this. Better have that health at least topped off. Does have a pre-wall if necessary. Might want to wall this. Doesn't use the wall. So this is going to be a good opportunity for him. If he can survive that burst without a need for the wall, And why did it feel like this burst? Because Mary did exactly the same thing. He popped wings, he got the damage into Kyiv, and it seemed like the hammer did less damage, and Kyiv didn't even have to wall it. Last duel, he literally just got one big hammer, judgment, double crucible, final verdict. And the hammer did more damage. Is it just the crucibles missing? Potentially. Because maybe those things just crit while wings were up. And it looks like Mary's gonna have to take out a little bit of a long game. No Shield of Vengeance, no wings available. Could just tussle with the muscle that is Kyiv and use Word of Glories all day in order to get himself a big reset. But looks like he's just gonna wait his sweet time. The pillar down the middle helps him out tremendously. Just because it has one long side, one short side. And he can generally make it across one long and short side, but that's gonna be a grounding totem on the other side with a big old lasso to Mary. Looking like Mary might have to dismount and go for self-heals if Kyiv wants to maybe catch up to him. Looks like Mary is going to do exactly that double crucible as a self-heal. That's going to be another remount. That's where you guys need to get the Halloween mounts, man. The broom. It's insta-cast. You don't need to cast it at all. Escape getting some pot shots into Mary. Mary's going to get himself a pre-shield of vengeance available. But it's looking to stay defensive. He's just looking to get the shield of vengeance to kind of scare away the shaman. He's not looking to get engaged in combat at all. He's just kind of waiting for cooldowns, I think. 20 seconds left on the shield on the wings. And Avenging Grass should be just the cooldown he needs versus Kyiv, who does have a tricky coming up. Oh, that was a nice grounding totem for the shaman. Looks like Mary is going into the room. There's not a lot of places you can really go. Kyiv could go for a nice setup in there. Like the last, as Mary does not have a Hodge anymore. Could still go with a bubble one, wings available. Mary is going to just kind of hang out in the room by the looks of it, not looking to get out in combat at all. Kyiv having a nice little chuckle about it right now. A little bit of BM, but he's having a bit of a chuckle for it. And I think Mary's just going to wait until Hodge is available. That was a nice grounding. I think Mary's going to have to delay the Hodges now. Just watch out for the grounding. That's going to be a nice interrupt onto Kyiv. But he's looking like he just wants to stay in that room. Kyiv is going to get himself a Stormkeeper. It is going to happen. You can't really do much about it. Mary going to take a full lasso, maybe with an Earthshock double Lightning Bolt combo. That is going to be Earthshock. Lightning Bolt 1. Zap 2. Mary just go for Ward of Glories. He's actually rehealing this. Going to be another Earthshock slam into Mary with a trinket used for Kyiv right now. Mary does get himself Hand of Freedom. Looking like he wants to commit. Big Ward of Glory tops him off from half health to 100%, not dodging that capacitor storm completely. Kyiv popping and wall as the hammer is coming down, try to healing surge through it. That's going to be Kyiv brought back down to half his health. Mary does try to go for, I think, a Blade of Justice. Was that Blade of Justice hit into grounding? Do Blade of Justice get grounded now? I don't think they could have. It looks like Mary's out of the game. I don't really know what Mary did. It looks like he just gotta quit. I'm not really sure what Mary did. It looks like he just gotta quit. Okay, I'm not really sure. Was he winning? Was he losing? Did he make a mistake? Did it bubble or something? Creeper's going in for the big burst onto Kyiv. There's going to be a wall with the Earth Elemental. Kyiv needs some health right now. That hammer is going to slam down. That's going to do a ton of damage. One healing surge. Lightning Lasso, barely any health available, but Creepers does get a one more proc necessary in order to get this game over with. M6 going to be up next versus Creeper. Shield of Vengeance available for the Paladin. Wings are still rolling. Quick few by the Warrior. And a leap away as we hit on that 10-minute mark. 33% dampener, boys. I'm not even sure what happened to the Mary. I really am not sure. He just left. I think he just got tired maybe of getting outplayed by the shaman. I feel like Paladins win that duel, and if you I feel like Paladin's supposed to, right? I mean, you kind of just sat in back of the room and just waited for the cooldowns all the time. I don't know, dude. And he Ward of Glory himself for 50% to 100. Like, half his health just in a single global. Bam, go. Like, I think you're going to win. I think you're going to be fine. You just got to stay on the guy. You know what I mean? But he played it very, very defensively. And he got hit by lassos into big lightning bolts. I don't really know. I don't really know, boys. I don't think that was worth leaving. But maybe we just got tired of getting kited. It's going to be a big old Bob available for Crippers, actually. Parry up for M6, trying to go for Shattering Throw. Crippers looks like he's just going to sprint out of there immediately. M6 is going to have a Shattering Throw for the bubble next time. M6 did just pop a lot of cooldowns. That was a big defensive available too. And it looks like Crippers is going to take a page out of Mary's book and play this very defensively, just hanging behind the pillar. Is he going to go for the big old hammer? Yes, he is. Wings not available. Just trying to kind of kite M6 as best as possible. Stormbolt out for M6. It looks like he's going to take that damage. It's going to do quite a bunch. But he's still trucking and he's still keeping it in there, man. The dampening is really rolling up, and M6 with not a lot of healing available from the beginning. I mean, your health is just going down little by little, trying to go for a big hand wings right now. M6 barely any health up. Fear onto Crippers. Crippers doesn't see that fear long at all. M6 does get himself one more defensive available with the ignore pain, but that's all he can really do. Try to go for a pen onto Ornosh. Ornosh blinks away for a bit. Try to go for as many casts as possible. Does he not have an intro for Crippers? Because he just got to truck in the damage into Crippers. Crippers still holding on to Bubble. And Ornosh is going to blink around him. The Paladin's Nightmare. Lack of mobility. Maybe that's why M6 did leave the duel versus the Alien Shaman. But Crippers is going to bubble it up. He doesn't really have a lot of defenses. Does get repent onto Ornosh. Perfect opportunity for him to cast a couple Flash of Lights. The Ellie is doing a bit of damage. A nice Nova with a Hand of Freedom available for Crippers. Chicken available for Ornosh to follow that damage, though. Big hammer hanging over his head. Final verdict is up. Trying to go for some Frostbolt. Crippers trying to ramp up as much damage as he can. Big flurry is available for Ornosh. Does get an interrupt to Crippers. Could be maybe dead right here. And that's going to be the Paladin going down with Fenny. Last one left on Team 1. As a sub-rogue approaching Ornosh, he's going for food. That's going to be a sap. Ornosh still holding on to ice blocks, so maybe with 2 ice blocks with Fenny. How did that Nova not get Fenny just now? I feel like they should have done it. Bike in him immediately. Cloak of Shadow is available for the rogue. Blood of the enemy. He should have blooded the enemy, then biked, I think. But there goes Ornosh. At least he was able to kind of outlast the burst of the rogue. There's still quite a bit of damage still available. Is going to get the frozen orb rolling with the ice Nova to fall. It needs more roots onto Fendi. Got himself images up and running. There's going to be a blizzard to follow too. Trying to make it harder for the rogue to chase after the mage. And just going to root him in there. Fendi is still doing just fine though. They do have a blind. They could go on a blind onto Ornosh. It's going to be another ice block. Fendi is going to be dying. The elemental still getting hits in. Oh, the elemental still getting hits. I think you're done for. Oh no, one more hit from Elemental, do it! Oh no, Ornosh got him spiked with a spike at the very end. That was a lot of back and forth. I don't even understand, dude. I don't even understand. Oh no. Oh no. I still don't understand why Mary left. I still want to know what happened there. Alrighty, let's get Hardwin next. Hardwin, we're gonna get you versus, I guess, Kaj? I mean, I guess we can get Kaj. Is there any more teams on EU, by the way? We need more teams on EU. Boys, please. Please, boys. Vidalia, okay? What's up, Portrait, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. What did the child say even before opening? I don't know. I think you just want to reposition. That is a good question. That is a really good question. I don't know. What class are you looking good for PvP? I want to get on Shadowlands. I think rogues are looking really good. I think what class is looking bad? I mean, Warriors got all that crazy utility at level 60. Are we talking about pre-patch or level 62? That is a big question. Are we talking about pre-patch or are we talking about like level 60 stuff? Because I don't think there's a single class that's bad at level 60. Like mages were pumping, rogues were pumping, even demon hunters were pumping. I think Retribution Paladin was kind of like not pumping, but they've gotten buffs recently with some of their conduits, which I think could make him pump. Warlocks, I think, were pretty good too. A bunch of people played Affy, Shadow Priest, obviously. Yeah, what classes that's bad? Survival Hunters were doing pretty good on the level 62. Marksman Hunters, oh god. Lots of Marksman Hunters. Just more for a whole group. Alright, Rune, sounds good, my man. Let's get K-Jun in here. And we'll go Hardwin. You have no target. Did I misspell? K-A-J-I-U-N. Okay, it's I misspelled an I. And Hardwin. Here we go. Nice. Move the date of the anniversary? Yes, they did. I saw them move the date of the anniversary, and it makes sense because, well, you don't want to give people extra XP while you're leveling in a new expansion. I mean, I feel like it would have made it that much more. Like, I feel like people that, let's say, you can play on the Shadowlands release you would miss out on mad XP. Let's say like you're OFK, you cannot play, you're busy, work or whatever, and you're like, oh, I can play like a week after it releases, because you're like, okay, so we got the race starting 2 weeks after the release, I can start playing a week after and I can catch up. But if you had the anniversary available, it would make people feel pressured, like, oh, I have to play now, I have to play in the moment. And I think that would have made servers, like, you know how expansion launch servers are, it's just a mess. It's just disease all the time, nothing works, everything is buggy, everything is broken. You get declined? Okay, I'll queue again. Make sure you're outside of LFG, by the way. So I feel like it's a good idea for them to move it up a little bit, right? You know, it's like, okay, let's have a celebration, boys. Yay! Enjoy it while you have for now, and then we'll have the expansion release without any kind of extra bonuses for XP gains or whatever. You want more? Dal 5V5, come on, guys. You want more alliance? Yo, Jesus, let me know if you're ready, man, and we're good to go. And it looks like it didn't work again. I don't know if it worked or not. Hardwin, Cajun, make sure you guys are out of LFG when you're making your groups or when you're ready to go. Rogue arms were amongst the really strongest in melee, range, Shadow Priest, Hunter, Affilog, Frostmage. Yeah, even Frostmage is looking really good, which I like because I remember Frostmage used to be insanely good. I'm queued. Queue again, please. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Make sure you're out of LFG. It'll work eventually. Sometimes it does this thing where it's like you gotta keep queuing over and over and over. I had nothing against Paladin in that game. Really? Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. Yeah, Paladins are looking kind of nutty. What melee is good in PvP right now? Like in Shadowlands right now? Like pre-patch or beta? Just about every melee. I say play whatever you like. You know what I mean? Alright, Hardwin, Cajun, leave all queues. Whether it's LFG queue, all queues for arenas, leave all queues and I'll queue you. You guys got 30 seconds. Are there any people on Horde? I would hope so. It looks like there's a lot of Alliance on the EU. I don't know if anybody plays Horde anymore. Maybe it's just one of those things that's going to be switching. Lots of people are going to be playing Alliance for this next expansion. RDK is doing the beta right now. I'd say pretty good. A lot of fun. Frosty 8th Knight in particular, like at level 60, gets a lot better once you get a lot of those rank 2 versions of your abilities because you scale up. It's really cool. As for Unholy, I think Unholy is also pretty good too. I will relog 1 min. Okay, I'm queue waiting for you. Alright. Yeah, I'll let Hardman requeue. We'll see what happens. Let me do this real quick, since we are waiting on him to be in queue. Let me go change the look of this panda, dude. Let me go change the look altogether. Let's go girl panda. Let's go that blue fur. I like that. New hairstyles. I like that parted. Hair color. Ooh, I like that like blue silver. Eye color. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Earrings, that'll work. Tail or no tail? Tail. Cool. Down the chunky, dude. Down the chunky. Go? Okay, we're ready. Cajun, Hardwin, and we get Ruin versus Jesus right after. How does that sound, boys? Unless Hardwin Cajun group does not work. And it worked. Black or cold, boys. Let's go. What do you think Shambles will be good in Shadowlands and PvP? I think so. We're looking pretty good right now, man. At least on the beta. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, boys. Hope I saved that one. Pretty sure I did. Switch. Alright, 2 teams with 4. Uh-oh. Is it going to be 4v4? Not much of a 5v5 1v1. There we go. First team up. It's going to be Ornash. Let's play more of the Frostmage M6. More of the Arms Warrior Keeve is going to go more Elemental Shaman. We got Laura as a Boomy. And we got Jonas popping over on the Fury Warrior instead. This effect with the weapon looks actually kind of dope. It looks very aggressive. I like it. Versus Team 2, we got us a Remaster. Are we playing that? Nope. I was thinking the heavy weapon. Maybe Outlaw. Nope. Look at that dagger, dude. Look at that dagger hiding behind the big weapon. Sub-Rogue it is. We also got Lack as an Assassination Rogue. We got ourselves Cam. Shrew? Cam? We got Cam in here. And we got ourselves... What is your name? It's a feral. Nij Danchik. Nizdanchik. So the name in Russian would be Nizdanchik. I don't even know how to say it. Yo, can it be? Can the Celtics be out of stealth unless you're dueling? By the way, thank you, boys. Can the Cats be out of cat unless you're dueling? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. M6 versus Cam first up. And Cam is already melting M6 quite a bit. That's going to be a full Void Elf form coming out. Void form coming out. It's going to be a safeguard trinket for M6 with the VT reapplied for Cam. As there got to be more DPs available for him. The Mindbender pet looks like, or the Shadow Fiend pet looks like it has been eliminated. The Short Fear onto Cam as M6 looking to somehow survive it. That's going to be a big burst out of nowhere by Cam. I don't even know what happened. This got a 25% of health and then gone. Just snapped out of the existence. Cam is going to get a redot onto Jonas. He's going to have himself a little bit of a hard time trying to get some setup onto Cam. Cam is 3. Okay. Looks like Cam is 2 in his group, but it's 3. Fear onto Jonas does go for a Zerker Rage a little bit. What is that leap right there? What is that double leap he's going? Just leaping on top of Cam. And I think it looks like it was a dodge dressing at this. Cam did go for a greater fade at the perfect timing. Reflect available for Jonas. Cam finally able to get the DPs up and running. Storm Bolt out of the Warrior. Going for a bit of a Blade Storm. Usually Warriors is Fury Warrior. Usually use Blade Storm to just dodge CC, not really go for big damage. Looks like Jonas is not going to be able to survive this for too long. He's doing quite a bit of damage to Cam, but the procs are doing work. Elora up next, and it's going to be Boomy versus Shadowpriest. Elora, are you still playing the Barks, the Blood of the Enemy playstyle? Because you might have to get a melee. Let's try to get the dots up and running. It's going to be Regrowth versus Cam, as Cam is just saving his CC for later. He has a silence if necessary. Elora just popping next to Cam for a second. Does hit him with a roar for a second. Elora still playing this very, very defensively. Bash on the Cam. Does he go for big damage? Blood of the Enemy. It's going to be 1, 2, getting dodged as the Grain of Fate comes out, and Cam dodged a lot of the burst away from Elora, but that's still dots and stars flying. Elora does get himself a little bit of reheal with a renewal, and that's going to be Cam using that fear to get himself some health. Caught up. Elora get a hit with a silence. Look at on the retreat. Still getting those regrowths up and running. Elora needs to maintain the dots on the Cam the whole time, though. As a Boomy, I think it's going to be even more important. I mean, dots prior to this were just easy damage, just, you know, ticking out. But now dots can get all the procs for abilities, and together that damage, the dots and the procs for falling stars, is huge. It looks like Elora is going to just go bit of a reset, trying to find a better reposition. Cam is just max raging and not letting the Boomy really have an easier or time get the dots up and running. But look how many stars are falling. Look at the star fall. Is going to go for Maz's spell, but 1 star connects right before that happens. Looks like Elora maybe is going to go for another reset. Bark's going to available. Maybe just waiting for the Blood of the Enemy. Looks like not going to be able to get a proper reset. Maybe not going to get to the proper reset. Going to be stunned by the Shadow Priest. Maybe lots of damage. Crucible getting thrown out. Bunch of DP is going to be stunned by Elora. Is he going to go aggressive here? No, looks like a very defensive stun. He's going to go for regrowths, but he's super low on health. The Shadow Priest does have a silence. If he can somehow catch up to you, make sure to refresh all the dots, get a DP up and running, hit you with a silence. There's not much you can really do about it. Is the Feral going to be able to? Nope. Cat is not going to be able to get himself, called him a Feral, this is in cat form, but he's not going to be able to get himself a proper reset. Did not hit the Druid with a silence, though. That is going to be a bunch of regrowths. So Elora is going to be able to catch up on a bit of health. Cam got himself full Void Form available, trying to Mind Blast from afar. Probably should have went for as many DPs as possible to send Elora with quite a lot of pressure. Mind Blast was a pretty ballsy play. Didn't want to go for a lot of bursts. But the more DPs in that situation probably is the better. I don't really know what Elora could do in this situation. Maybe just hoping for getting another bash on the Cam. Hoping he doesn't shrink it. Big Blood of the Enemy going to be a stun to Elora, and that's going to be done for the count. I don't really know if he can really do much against a Shadow Priest. Maybe Ornosh can, being a Frost Mage, trying to go for a Ray of Frost onto Cam. Does blink away. That's going to maintain the damage for quite a bit. That's also going to be a greater fade for Cam, though, as a Icelands flies at him. So it's going to be a big defense on Cam. Gone for 45 seconds. Still has his burst, still has a lot of self-heals. And Ornosh barely got in a fight with Cam and already taken this damage. Look at his health. He's actually having to go for a reheal. Having to sit down and eat food. Barely getting kind of dots. There goes a full dot. We said, no, Ornosh. Ends up going for an Ice Buck instead. Trying to make a ballsy play. As soon as he comes out, silence hits him. It's just trying to go for some cooldowns. Got himself Icy Veins available and everything. Reaping Flames on the Cam. Does not go too far with the blink. There's going to be Crucibles getting thrown in. Crucibles and the dots and the procs from Crucibles too. It's just gonna be huge damage. Arnautis just try to hold on to that shield. Please hold. Please hold. Ring of Frost. Maybe Cam will run into it. I think this is where Cam needs to make sure if he has on his side of Ornosh, always take that shield off. You have to. You have to do it every single time. This image will not do anything to Cam. It's actually a perfect opportunity for him to maybe get the dots up and running on his images, or maybe just mind blast him to get a lot of resources. So when he can go for a bunch of DPS, he'll be in a good spot. Trying to kind of do some damage with that frozen orb, as Cam is just looking to walk away out of it. Does get the pet killed. As I guess frozen orb can do a bit of damage. But Ornosh is just... I mean, it's going to be really tough to come back from. Trying to go for an invis. He's probably just going to have to run out of there, man. Get himself a whole new pet and run out of there. If he can reposition, get himself a fresh new pet. Maybe get some cooldowns. Dodge a silence. Maybe just go for food instead. Either one works, honestly. Nice Nova in order to get away from Cam, at least trying to control him, playing how a Frostmage should, utilizing slows and roots. But if you can't really get a Frostbolt on the guy or get a Blizzard or anything, it is going to be a lot harder to slow him down. Trying to poke around, getting those lances in to get those shadows rolling, but that's going to be DPs on you, man. There's going to be DPs that you have to shield off of. And Cam is going to get some free resources off of the pet. Dropping down the frozen orb trick inside of it. That's going to be Cam actually taking damage from the frozen orb. Going to be pretty big lances for Ornosh. Cam out in the open. Massive spelling. Ornosh can't really do much about this with a silence to follow. Actually just out in the open. Can't even pop yourself a shield or anything. And Ornosh might just have to find a way to commit some damage. Get maybe a big shadows onto Cam. And maybe go for a big Reaping Flames to surprise him. Otherwise, the longer this game goes on, the worse it's going to be for Ornosh, as he's in the close to the execute range at least. I don't think he's quite in that 20% damage, 20% health, where the damage is increased for the death for Cam. This is rough, man. This is just rough to watch. I mean, Shadowlands is just dominating it. What do you really do? Nova onto Cam, and Ornosh is going to have to you're playing it very, very defensively. I feel like at some point he just needs to go in and just needs to combine a bunch of damage in, because he's not going to be able to recover. Like when you put yourself that far behind, you're just not going to be able to do much. At least trying to get a Blizzard doesn't actually maintain the Blizzard. Stun to Ornosh. This is going to be a bunch of DPs. I think it's over. I think it's done. Yeah, not much you can do. I think as a Frostmage, you have to go for the most amount of damage. You cannot be playing it that long. Keeve is going to be the last one left as an Elemental Shaman on Team 1. I don't even know if they're around. Are they AFK? Looks like Cam has given him a bit of time. It's like, alright. Oh, wait. 20% dampening? No, wait. Is he gone? Is he AFK? Is he DC'd? Is he actually DC'd? Is it there? Huh. Eve, are you there, buddy? Oh no. Or maybe that's his plan, is to wait out as long as possible into high dampening. Wait as long as possible, and maybe win in dampening against Cam. Is he there? Like, Cam is giving you as much of opportunity as possible, dude. He's giving you the opportunity. Oh no. Okay. Do the thing, Cam. Actually, it's not even Cam, it's Kosh. Kosh Maru. For some reason, I thought it was Cam. I guess the letter H looks like an upside down M in my head. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. What? That rock actually stole that kill. That made no sense. Alrighty, boys, let's get another going. Let's get another one up and running with Jesus as well as Rune, if you're ready, my man. Jesus, Rune, are you ready? Okay, we have ready. Alright. Perfect, perfect. Jesus. And we got Rune. Here we go, boys. It's pretty fun and unique playstyle, but my hunter is super under-geared, so MM double tap aim shot is the only damage I'll ever do. I feel like as a survival, you can just go and do a lot of damage with just dots Just like throw dots on everything, throw grenades on everybody. But yeah, if you get a little bit of gear, gearing is not that difficult anymore, but if you just get a little bit of gear, you should do a lot. Just get in, like, do some, I guess normally in PvP, technically I guess you can get honor from BGs and gear yourself up that way. But if you can get yourself into some M pluses and get yourself some decent trinkets, like the bike trinket, or something like that, maybe a Lafar dress to gather, that could be pretty good. To at least give you some, like, on-demand damage. That would be pretty good as well. Switch. Do we really have 3 Warlocks? Wait, we have 3 Warlocks, 1 of each team. Wait, we have Warlocks, 1 of each spec. We got Chrysler as a Destro. We got ourselves Daedra as a demo. And then we got ourselves Microbix as a Affliction. I'm actually okay with it. I feel like Warlocks play differently enough that I'm okay with 3 Warlocks of 1 of each spec. You know what I mean? We also got ourselves on that team. Who we got ourselves? Bellasaurus and Certified Cutie. Bella gonna be first up versus Yandex on the other team. We got ourselves Ken, we got ourselves Tam, we got ourselves Sabdog, we got ourselves Fenny. Fenny be out of stealth unless you're dueling, fam. Thank you so much, appreciate ya. Looks like it's gonna be Yandex versus Belarusians. I wonder if he's from Belarus. Why do they call it Belarus anyway? It's not Russia. Close enough though, right? It's gonna be a Crucible getting thrown in from Yandex, actually dodging the mini wub that's getting thrown in. It's gonna be stunning to Belarus with a bike coming out for the warrior onto Yandex. And Yandex is trying to play this as defensively as possible. This is going to be versus a Fury Warrior. Belarus. This could go for a lot of self-heals. Cells is actually in a dodge situation. Does have to go for Enrage Regen. Doesn't go for the Bloodthirst though. Needs the Bloodthirst in order to get the heals off. It looks like he actually has gotten 0 healing from the Enrage Regen unless Yandex just had the most damage. And it didn't really look like it. Belarus has barely got any heals out of this. What? His health is actually in such a bad spot. He's still getting attacked by the pet. The dots are proccing on him. Death and Decay. What is this? His health is going away. Yo, Yandex sees 1 more global, and this man is dead. Actually, I don't think he needs to. This is the procs. He just got procced on. What is going on with that man? Yandex, what did you do to that warrior? Oh my goodness. Well, Daedra is going to be next up as a Demonology Warlock. Try to go for a bit of an honor duel with Yandex, who just used the least amount of cooldown. Actually, he used quite a lot of cooldowns against the warrior. That was IBF. That was AMS. That was Dragon. That was actually just about everything. KO by the pet. I literally think he just kind of had dots proccing. The pet attacked him. And the pet for even Frost DK can actually do a bit of damage in PvP. I feel like it does significant enough damage. Then the dots from the Frost DK are still quite a bit. Especially if you get the stack up with the Razor Ice, which he does since he's playing dual wield. As well as a Crucible. So I feel like maybe that just was procs on top of procs. Daedra trying to go for it as Summon of a Vile Fiend. Gonna be a trinket for Daedra off of that stun. Trying to go for a Tyrant immediately against Yandex. Off of that first stun with a Mortal Culture Fall. It does pop a Nazat trinket a little bit early. It's actually gonna get a grip onto the Tyrant. I don't know if that's what you wanted to do. Trying to take this up as much as possible. There goes the Death Pack. Trying to interrupt the Tyrant. Actually just kind of waddling out of his out of his protection zone for a second. Is going to go for a Lichborn. Trying to get the Death's Coils, healing himself back up to full, since in Lichborn you technically are counted as undead, and Death Coils do heal undeads. That's actually going to be lots of dirt. I don't even know if he actually wanted to grip the Tyrant. Maybe he wanted to grip Daedra. Maybe he was trying to grip the Tyrant. That's going to be a second of a C for Daedra. Short pet stun is going to put him in DRs on stuns. And Daedra is going to use the opportunity right now to actually get more pets off of the ghoul, which is a perfect opportunity for you. Short stun since your pet DR'd. Mortal Coil onto Yandex. Daedra is looking to get the hell out. And again, this pet is here. You can actually get yourself more imps while you're at it. Yandex looking to do something similar, but the pets don't last nearly as long. That's going to be the ghoul still chasing after him. Still allows you to get quite a bit of pets. Grip onto Daedra. Does go for a port. As a Warlock, you should be using that regularly. And to go to Succubus CC onto Yandex with a stun. It's going to be a Vile Fiend. IBF coming out for Yandex to get out of stun immediately. Nazatrik can get burned through very, very quickly. I don't think it was the most highest value Nazatrik. And I think it's like a heroic, maybe normal, which still does have like extra item levels on it. Compared to the other, like in a normal, it'll be a higher item level than the rest of other trinkets in the dungeon, in the raid. But it really does not last long at all. We're not even dampening. Daedra taking quite a bit of damage. It looks like Yandex got him locked down for a second. Mortal Coil with a Succubus CC, kind of combining those two CC a little bit too close together. feared maybe a little bit too early. Trying to get a Tyrant that's going to be interrupted with a hand to go down for Deja as he's trying to get more pets up and running. There's going to be a big old Boskard Bombers with the Tyrant available. Does Yandex have an answer for the Tyrant? Looks like he's trying to turn his attention to the Tyrant for a second. At least got it dotted up. Looking like actually wants to obliterate the Tyrant back to back, but the damage for all his pets is too much. I feel like you cannot turn your attention to the Tyrant unless you're going to interrupt him or stun him. And that's going to be Yandex trying to see if he can survive it. But looks like the Tyrant play paid off for Daedra. This is going to get himself some new pets up and running. Is going to get Curses on to Tamsin. Summoning a Felguard too. Tamsin does pop himself into a Smoke Bomb. Shadow Stepping again and yet another stun on Daedra with a Vanish right after. Cloak of Shadows used as well. So there's quite a lot of cooldowns Tamsin just used just now. I don't really know if you need to Cloak. I don't think Daedra has any kind of damage over time ability rolling. Unless maybe Crucible. Look at this man with his purple eyes. By the way, you guys are getting new purple eyes. By the way, Bloodhouse is getting new purple eyes too. Very, very soon. And Tamsin looks like he's actually gonna... Wait, did I DC? Uh-oh. I think I DC'd because this guy's on perma cloak. Oh, what happened? I don't even know what happened. I just got DC'd from EU servers for a second. My stream was not DC'd, but that was weird. That's going to be a what, Shadow Check from Tamsin? Cloak of Shadows got used. What are the cooldowns? Shadow Blades available. Try to get himself more. Mark for that's waiting on Danger. Doesn't interrupt him on the Shadow, but the demons can still be summoned. And Tamsin not looking all that good though. Got himself a little bit extra health. Short blind on Danger. The Succubus is still attacking him. Tamsin is not going to be able to get himself a proper reset. The Succubus can get maybe procs for Azurites. Get a shot on Danger. I think it's going to be done and done for a second. Succubus CC is available. Danger just needs one more global. Take Tamsin out. How is he gonna go about it? Puppy dogs? Time for dinner. I don't even know what happened there, boys. That was a weird DC on EU. Just got a frozen Orgus with perma cloak, just standing still. I'm like, what? What is going on? Okay, Ken is gonna be up next as an unholy DK. Ken is 2 and Danger is 2. All right, that'll work for me. And Ken get hit with the curses immediately. That's going to be Army of the Dead getting summoned. Danger gets the second seal onto Ken, trying to trade some pets. Has a wall. Maybe that's perfect opportunity for a Tyrant. Is going to get a Tyrant as Ken does run away to the other side with the Mortal Call. Interrupts the wrong caster. Looks like Ken might just be going down. That AMS, I don't know if that's going to hold too long. Legendborn available. It's just getting blasted by the Tyrant. Terrorizing this team right now, I swear. Fanny going to be up next. Another Sub Rogue. Has himself Shadowy Duel. Looks like he has only one charge of Shadow Dance, so he's going to go for the all-in Blaster Master playstyle. Daedra better have an answer for it. Daedra has a Trinket. If you could Trinket port the blood of the enemy and outrun it, you'll be in a good spot. So we'll see. If Fanny is going to go for a big one-shot opener kind of playstyle, or if Daedra is going to be able to maybe outmaneuver it, outlast it, figure it out, I guess. Sap has a Succubus nearby. It's very, very close. It's going to be opened up by Fanny. Does he go for Succubus CC? Bike? Fanny trinkets it? Blood of the enemy? Danger, does he have a port? He does have a Mortal Coil. Did not have a port though. He's going to get a stun to Fanny. No more trinket available. And Danger is going to heal up as much as possible. Fanny has Shadow Steps if he wants to. Danger does have a port if necessary. Port is up. And Fanny looking to maybe just sprint at him. That's going to be quite a bit of pets chasing. Danger does not have the Tyrant for quite a while. There's going to be a nice Shadow Meld for a second for Fanny. That's going to be Daedra using the Void Operation to teleport the hell out of there. Get out to burn a Trinket though, to make sure he has the mobility. Fanny trying to see if he can escape the Succubus. Looks like it's not going to happen. But the blood of the enemy burst and the bike have been used for Fanny. So for Daedra, this is not the worst situation to be in. Does have a Tyrant back up. Looks like it's going to be able to get some pets, maybe a Mortal Coil, and Fanny might have to burn a Vanish or a Cloak of Shadows out of here. Looks like it's going to be Succubus CC as soon as that kidney lands, denying the rogue any time on that kidney shot at all. Maybe this was going to be a Mortal Coil to follow, getting precurses onto Fanny. That's going to be the shadowy duel right now, which doesn't really stop anything for Daedra. The pets can still attack Fanny. Is going to get a full set of pets, looking for a gateway Tyrant to follow, maybe a Shadow Step. And looks like Fanny is going to vanish out of there. Cloak of Shadows was not used, so I repeat, something got Fanny out in the combat though, and I think this is going to be Daedra maybe hitting him with something. Can he get the pets over there fast enough? I think the rogue is going to catch a reset. Oh, no. Somebody's still keeping him in combat. Stunned him from afar, and the pets are going to get a couple claws and huge damage by Danger. Cloak of Shadows up for Fanny. Doesn't get to do it, though. And oh, my goodness. Danger taking these rogues out one by one. And Sapog. Oh, it's I thought it was Sapdog for some reason, but it's Sap. And Pog. Sap is going to be up next. Stormbolt on to Danger. Going in for big damage. That's going to be Zerka's Rage. There's no way for you to stop the succubus at that point, I don't think. Actually, can you even stop the succubus with Enrage? I thought you couldn't. Danger might have to get a gateway. Does he even have a gateway available? No health up. And those Axe Seekers are just killer right now without any kind of heals and not a lot of CC in order to counteract Sap. Not much you can really do about it. Micro is going to be up next. Try to get a big haze buff rolling. It's going to be Fear onto Sap. It's going to get all the dots up and running with the Dark Glare Stormbolts. That's going to be Sap trying to go for a Shattering Throw onto Micro. It's going to be a stun exchange though. And Sap taking so much dot damage. The Dark Glare is really just melting him. Sap trying to heal this as best as possible. I think Micro has him though. On the run. Yep, that's all you can really do. Wow, Danger with a 4-0, dude. Pretty good against these rogues. I feel like if Sap even got to play get a chance to play them, I think it would have been something different. I think that would have went completely differently, man. Because he came in on his arms trying to make a play, and it's just at the end, like, you got no dampening, or the highest dampening possible. No heals at all. It's kind of in a really, really tough spot, you know what I mean? Alright, boys, let's get another one going, yeah? I think we got a Team Ruin in here again, man. Because I'm pretty sure it was Team Ruin that had the Warlocks, right? I think I want to get those Warlocks back in there, man. I want to see more of them. Plus, also, most of that team didn't get to play Wild. Team Jesus, for the most part, got to play with all those rogues. Tasty versus Tickle. Well, I mean, if you can get Tasty and Tickle both in like something like BTR, because Tasty is on EU, Tickle is on NA. I don't think we'll be able to put them both together outside of PTR. I'm going full burst on my 6700. Go for it. Go for it, Nye. The Warlock was strong. Maybe he'll lose versus Arms versus OCD. Yeah, he was mostly out of cooldowns after that rogue, I'd say. Because I know he didn't have the gateway, right? He was next to the gateway, but he couldn't port. So I feel like if a Warlock came in, full cooldowns versus the Arms Warrior, that might have been a different duel. But yeah, that's part of the things of 5v5 1v1s. You try to see if you can kind of pace yourself to get as many kills as you can before you inevitably go down, but you know what I mean? What can you really do about it? Gobane Danger, please. He belongs in a tournament. What? No, dude. Everybody is welcome here, man. You got 3 Warlocks. All right, let's get Ruin. Let's get, I guess, Hardwin. Because Hardwin barely got to play so far. But then we can get ourselves Jesus and Cajun against each other. I wish there was more teams on EU, but it looks like EU, man. Not a lot of people on. It's a shame. But we'll try to get you guys as much variety against as many teams as possible. I think Ruin. Shit, where the group's at. I know, right, Lord? I know. Turns out people have to make the groups for us to have some groups. It's crazy. Crazy. Do you think Feral and SL will be alright? Yeah, I think they'll be fine. They're gonna be okay. Shadowlands and Warlock seems pretty strong in your last video. Shadowlands and Warlocks are pretty good, yeah. Shadowlands and Warlocks are pretty good. Shadowlands in particular. Nutty. Warlocks, I feel like I haven't seen a really good run for an Affliction Warlocks yet. I feel like there's some hard counters. I feel like the classes are good at, they're really good at, but classes that counter them hard. So I think it's might be one of those situations where sometimes you do everything, sometimes you do nothing against them. You know? That can be rough. Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 with Kaiser on the Destro. We got ourselves Daedra. Wait, Daedra is 5? It's 4 now? Oh my god. Daedra on a Demon. We got ourselves Micro as an Affy. We got 3 Warlocks, 1 of each spec, 1 of each flavor. Pick your favor. Versus Alpha are going to be going up first versus Micro. I beaming at the beginning, going to be Mortal Call as Micro gets the dots up and running. Is going to be playing the Succubus for this opener with a Dark Glare, getting some free zaps onto Alpha. Alpha backs up out of it immediately. Micro taking a bit of damage himself, actually. How is that Dark Glare hitting through the wall right now? Hello? This Dark Glare is actually overpowered. Going to be a wall for Micro as he's not looking all that good right now. Actually not looking healthy against Alfera. Needs another Mortal Call immediately, or a Fear. Going to be a Fear with some Malefic Raptors rolling at Alfera. Maybe a Mortal Call available right after. Going to be a port. Does have some mobility if necessary. Big drain life available. Is he going to be able to survive the damage out of a Demon Hunter? With a Succubus for a second, but it's still going to keep redotting him. Stun onto Micro, and looks like Alfera took him out. Oh my goodness. The Affliction Warlock trying his very hardest, but there's only so much I can do. Certified gonna be up next. As a sub-rogue getting a sap. Oh no, Assassination Rogue getting a sap onto Alfera. He's actually playing Exsanguination, so this will be interesting. Big Exsanguinate roll onto Alfera. Is this going to be a lot of damage? This is going to be pretty big bleeds on him. Alfera does go for a in prison for a second versus the Rogue. Try to see if he can survive the damage. Vendetta is still rolling. This going to be evasion down. It looks like Alfera might be able to get full damage into Certified. Certified though, still looking healthy. Big getting a shot onto Alfera, but looking like he wants to get away. Alfera going in for as much self-heals as possible. Does get a short stun into Certified. Big I-beam and cannon strikes it. Down he goes. Oh my goodness. Alfera taking these guys out one by one. Affy Warlocks and Assassination Rogues with Exsanguination. Not gonna hold this guy down with Bellasaurus taking lots of damage. Does have to go for big defense right now. Big parry Alfera looking to back up out of there. Does not have range from above, so you can't really get away from Bellasaurus that easily. Is gonna hit him with an I-beam from a distance though. Stun short, hoping to maybe get a trinket out of him. Does get a trinket. This is gonna be a safeguard trinket procced up pretty early. Bellasaurus got himself a Warlock Hellstone, but it looks like it's not gonna be enough. Alfera is out of demon form for a moment. Cannot really do much about this. Until the next time you get an I-beam. Bellasaurus does not really have a lot of health left. This is one more global onto the warrior. And that's going to be it. Alfera taking out 3 people back to back. With Chrysler rolling up next as a Destro Warlock. Alfera so far has had to use quite a lot of cooldowns. Darkness available though as well as Blur. He can also reflect a spell back at Chrysler. I guess he can clean yourself off of all dots at most. Or at best. Chrysler popping up big cooldowns without even a... An Infernal. Kind of crazy. Alfera is going to take enough damage for the safeguard chicken to proc. He's going to get a stun to Chrysler. But it looks like he doesn't really have a lot of that pressure anymore. While Demon Form is down. Gonna get an interrupt to Chrysler, which is perfect. The I-beam is back up. Maybe can get him so big annihilates into Chrysler. That's going to be the Infernal coming down. Try to save the Infernal for later so you can get the stun with the Infernal. Fear onto Alfera. Does not have the Infernal break it. Short stun onto the Warlock for a second within prison. Alfera trying to control this fight as best as he humanly can. Another Casble get interrupted as the Succubus you see rolls in, but the Infernal is nearby to stop it. Does get the Eye of Lethrus onto Chrysler. If Chrysler continues casting while Eye of Lethrus is up, that's going to be free damage for Alfera, who's going to drop down Darkness stun onto Chrysler again. Shortest stun ever. Going to be a big gateway for Chrysler. Does he continue casting? Going to be an interrupt miss by Alfera, but Chrysler is so low. Does not want to cast while Eye is up. It's going to be canceled. Barely can get one off, and that's going to be down for the count with Angel. Last one left on team 1. Who is this? Demon Hunter. It looks like he's actually out here hunting some demons. Actually, did he ever kill the Micro's pet? Because I wonder if Alfera maybe killed the Micro's pet, got the 20% damage buff after you slay a demon. Potentially. Trying to get an I-beam against Daedra. That's still going to give him that Metamorphosis available. Daedra is going to take quite a bit of damage in the opener. Eye of Lethrus is going to connect. Mortal Coil for Daedra is going to summon the Tyrant. There's going to be a lot of damage. Alfera might just need to bail the hell out of there. It looks like there's a little bit of lag going on, but he does go for a distance. I don't really know if he's going to be able to survive this though. Gets a stun on all this pest. The Tyrant is up. Oh, one more global. And that's going to be, I think, done and done for Alfera. This Demon Hunter really popped off. This guy really want him. And now it's going to be Talarion versus Daedra. More Arms Wars in your guys' team, isn't there? So many more Arms Wars join these duels now than ever before. Big damage coming out for Talarion, dropping down the the defensive stance into battle stance, trying to really just try to get as much pressure and damage out of Daedra as possible. Does go for reflect, hoping to maybe reflect that AoE stun. Does not happen. Does reflect the Mortal Coil though, which is so perfect for him. Daedra, I think, is in a bad spot. Executes, and Talarion actually also popping off out of nowhere, man. What is going on? What was that? I think that was... if Alfera got a 5 kills there, that would have been a fastest 1v5 for Demon Hunter in Shadowlands, or literally in all of Shadowlands, probably even at level 60. Because Demon Hunters haven't really been nearly as aggressive and crazy as before, but Alfera, I mean, he got something going on, dude. He got something going on there. That was crazy, dude. I don't understand. I don't understand. What? I want to see this man's breakdown. I want to see what he used, trinkets wise, damage wise. I want to see what his breakdown was for damage. Does anybody have the details for that man? SCADA, anything? There's add-ons have been updated, boys, but I'm hoping at least somebody has the numbers I can look at. I just want to see the breakdown of his abilities. That was awesome. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get Jesus and Cajun, I guess, next. Holy shit, boys. Unless Lord got a group. I need to see the details of that man. Please tell me somebody has it. 20, dude. 20 over on the EU with the duels. Can you believe it, boys? I understand some people saying they're never defensive DH, but but buff offensive. I think the defensive have been nerfed. Sibit Jamora's Dater's channel, yep. Lord got a group. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Any mini money mo, catch a ticket by the toe, if we all let it go. Okay. Lord and Jesus. Okay. Ready if you want to continue? Ruin, I'll get you versus Cajun. How does that sound? I don't know if you and Cajun win against one another yet. We'll do it like this. So Slow Lord got a group, man. You want one more? Oh, okay, I'll wait. Lord needs one more, boys. I don't know if you're Alliance. Okay, Alliance, we need more. My turn. Jesus, and Ruin. Yeah. I guess if it takes Low Lord, I guess I could get Jesus and Ruin first. Maybe. I can do one more because my mom wants me to stop after Parents' Life. Oh no. Full. Okay, Lord and Jesus. We'll figure it out after. How does that sound? Here we go. We'll try to get Ruin and Hardwin and Cajun if unless the Cajun's gonna be gone, and then there it is. Is our horde group going? I think we have none actually. I don't think we have any hordes. I actually don't think we have any hordes at all. I could be wrong on that one. How he look live duels with a macro called invite spectator match. It's the same macro that they use to show off the Blizzard tournaments, like the real WoW tournaments. It's the same macro. It's always been it's been in the game. There's just no UI for it. But there are add-ons now to enable it, or you can just type in the macro yourself. It's like a spectator mode, commentator mode. Yeah, Chris is basically. How you doing, my man? Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves. Oh my boys, we got a Bliv here as a. I like that look. I like what you're doing with your hair. Did you go for scars? You got leaves? I don't know. Yeah, some of these leaves still look kind of funky. I think it's only here. I think it's only in these. Whoa, what the hell? You're actually only going for those with Keeve. Taking lots of damage from Yandex. Not even giving him a moment to breathe. I can't even tell you that our team is actually going to be with Amen. We got ourselves Nim. We got ourselves Athaman. We got ourselves Keeve. Already getting butt blasted by Yandex. And Yandex is number 2. Number 3. Okay. Oh god. 3 and 3. That's gonna be big. Earthshock by Keeve. Looking to get some big damage in. Anti-magic zone dropping down for Yandex. Yoink and Keeve right next to him. Does he have an interrupt? He does. He'd have one now. Getting juked out on it now. Looks like Yandex is actually out of all defense except for Death Bag. This is one last defensive. If he's using that, then he's in a bad spot. Short stun onto Yandex, getting the stun onto Keeve though. And Keeve is still looking pretty healthy. Had a big old breakfast as a big old panda. Yandex not really looking all that good. Last probably gonna go for Lichborn. Death Goal is coming out. Maybe after the Lichborn is over, Death Pact is gonna be available. But this man is kind of running out of cooldowns. That's going to be Nazatrik, and it looks like Yandex is starting to catch up on health little by little. So it looks like this man is starting to come back little by little. Got himself Pillar of Frost, but not enough. He doesn't have the uptime on the Shaman in order to get the damage in. Needs to get this chain of ice rolling. Big Earthshock with double zap available. Keeve. A lot of that damage was dumped into an AMS, but still Yandex is in a bad spot. As he's trying to tank this up as best as possible. Safeguard Trick and Proc, but it's going to be dispelled by Keeve. And that's going to be a stun with a trinket stun by Keeve onto Yandex. Are we going to see a Lichborn here? Because you can play very defensive and play Lichborn. Just pop it. Yeah, there goes Lichborn. I think he's not going to wait out. This is where Keeve needs to get aggressive, I think. Because Yandex can't heal. Because if he's just going to wait it out, Yandex is going to have all that health without necrotics. Because this is where you want to get aggressive. At least even prod at him, poke at him. Looks like Yandex is going to be able to live it out. Going to have AMS in 20 seconds, so if you can just live for 20 seconds, there's going to be another pet that's going to sum it up. It looks like there's so many abilities of Frosty can do now. Short stun onto Keeve with a knockback that still goes through. I guess he didn't have AMS. I was thinking for some reason AMS as a shield. Stun getting grounded, so it's going to be really bad for Yandex with a big old light assassin. Does Keeve have enough damage to finish him? Mavi does have a lava burst, feeding him a meatball at the very end. And the other two, we got ourselves Nye, we got ourselves Can, we got ourselves Yandex giving a good old fight. Fanny as well as Sabdog. Fanny can be out of stealth unless you're dueling. Please, thank you so much, fam. Nye rolling in the bike, however, not getting the damage in the bike. Try to make it do something, but the bike ends up running into a wall. That's very, very unfortunate when that happens. Nye going for a trick at his lasso, hits him, trying to back up for a second. Harpoon interrupted to Keeve as he tried to go for a bit of a health while getting used by the Elemental Shaman. And after that interrupt, it wears off, gets himself a small heal. Nice freezing trap for Nye, however, though, is going to get himself a new pet. Oh, this is going to be really bad. If your pet keeps dying, if this is going to be like the duel versus the Frost Mage, this is going to be really bad. That's going to be quite a lot of your defenses. Try to see if you can land an angle onto Keeve. Keeve is just going to turn the attention around onto the pet. Light and lasso on the pet. So it looks like he actually is going to commit damage on the pet. That pet died quick. Very quick. Turtle available for Nye. Try to go for a bit of a heal. Looks like the dots with the Flame Shock is going to not let him do that. Stun him to Keeve. Chickens out of it immediately. But it's going to be Nye. Actually, looked like it was a disengage. It might have still been a disengage, but it was definitely a knockback by Keeve. It was definitely a knockback by him. Keeve eating a freezing trap for a second. But it looks like he's going to do whatever he can to take down that pet. And that's going to be Nye just getting zapped down. I don't really know what else he could really do. Nice freezing trap on the Keeve, but it's going to be DR'd. And Nye cannot get himself a stun. Try to go for a camo for a second. If you actually got himself a feign death camo and then walked out of there to reset, get your pet up and running, I think that might have actually been the play. But it's going to be a little bit rough. Keeve got a major advantage. Massive advantage so far. Naya does have their safeguard trick at proc, and so it's going to be one last bastion of defense. Alyssa can go for CC chains on the Keeve. This is going to be a real rough one. Light and last, I think it's over. That's rough. Elemental Shamans really do have quite a lot of damage right now. They have damage almost on demand. They have good sustain damage. Nice procs for Lava Birds. Lava Birds that actually deal a lot of damage thanks to Azurites. So in a sense, I think the way Tickle described it is your Lava Burst right now do the damage as if you were level 60 in Shadowlands because of triple stack in a certain trait that increases the damage of your Lava Burst on top of it. Who's going to be up next? Is it going to be Fenny maybe? Fenny's in stealth, so probably Keeve is thinking that Fenny is the next one. It looks like it isn't. Oh, maybe it is? Works out. That works out. Fenny is a sub-rogue popping in versus Keeve. Shadow Steps to Sap. Interesting choice. He does have 2 Shadow Steps, so it's not that bad. Is he going to get another resap? As we're hitting the 5-minute mark, getting shot to Keeve. Is he going to go for any cooldowns? Big blood of the enemy, big bike to follow, but looks like Keeve is most likely playing the talent where while he's in Ghost Wolf, he actually gets a bit of movement speed as well as a defensive. Big damage on the Fanny. What is going on? Fanny better put us that cloak right now. What is going on? What was that? Oh my god, Fanny. Are you still dead? Cloak of Shadows. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I was so worried for him. What happened? What? Fanny, what happened there? Oh my god. The last is too much. I mean, Fanny's the one that popped blood of the enemy, but it felt like he was the one that popped blood of the enemy just now, didn't it? My goodness. His health. He did do a couple of different things. Fanny did vanish with a blind at the same time, which probably didn't need to do both of those, but that's okay. Trying to see if he can survive. Chickens out of the lasso That's going to be the shot up available as dances up. He's going to go for a bit of burst right now. Cheap shot. This is going to be the Ardo. Fenny's trying to go for as much damage as possible. Wall shot places up. Kev, he does go for a wall. Stormkeeper available. Earthshock, and bro, it's going to be big zaps. Oh no. Fenny. Oh my goodness, Fenny. All right, Ken. Here's the last one left. What is Keeve? Was dealt with more than one death knight in his old age. It's going to be early stunned by that pet. Ken does not have the pet control, which is probably going to send him back since if he goes in for a stun on the Keeve, it's going to be a bad situation. Getting him with a lasso before he can go for stun himself. Trying to get the wait, did you just cancel your own? Where's your pet? Wait a second. Where's your pet? Did Keeve take that kill your pet? It's going to be a full army that is available. AMS up for Ken, but I don't know if he's going to survive that. What'd you do to him? What'd you do? Ken, what happened? Did you kill your pet? Wait, was that a 1v4 or did he just leave? Was it Kev 1v5 or is it 1v4 and someone left? It looked like a 1v5 because he got attacked by the Frost DK at the beginning. It was a long duel between those two. Did somebody leave on the other team? They might have just left. I'll need to take a second look at it. That was crazy. That was crazy. Low Lord? Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta get Low Lord again. It's still good to go? Alright, let's do this. You 1v5'd? Okay. I'm down getting Low Lord in here versus Ruin. Because that whole team didn't really get to play. That was just one guy. So I'm okay with letting the rest of y'all play, dude. Because we gotta get Oblivion there. Ath is there too. Crazy Ellie. He did really good. Oh my god. Maybe a little too good. Big ass arena. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but that's okay. We got ourselves at least really interesting classes for the day. At least I'm happy on that alone. New one alliance. All right, man. Sounds good. So I thought I was a Guardian. How you doing, my man? You know what they do? Wait for lava surge to proc, echo and shock. Use the talent that makes lightning bolt instant and 150% damage. I don't think that that's what they did there just now. I don't think that that's what the shaman did, but I could be wrong. Maybe I missed it. I think the LA shaman turned tickles once I video, probably. Casting out there 10 15 shamans or 5 classes above, and we're done. True. That's how you do the shamans, dude. Castle Nathria, 15 shamans, easy. World first. You know what I mean? Why do I play Panda Rogue as a belt better? I don't actually play that Panda Rogue, to be honest. I just gotta do the duels with him. Switch. I don't actually play him, to be honest. We got ourselves team 1 with Kevon. I'm gonna put him in the back of the line for sure. Obliv gonna be first up as a fire major. Athaman in the back. We got ourselves Nim. We got ourselves Amen. We got ourselves Belarus and the other team certified. Looks like they're missing one, with Kryza gonna be first up. And Daedra chill in the back together with certified. Hopefully whoever the 5th is on the other team gets here soon. Hopefully they're still loading in. Otherwise it's going to be maybe a very short game. Obliv taking a bit of damage in the opener versus Kryza, dodging the meteor from the mage. It's going to be trading the spires with the mortar coil, and Obliv is going to trinket out of that one. Goes for the breath. That's going to be Ring of Frost for all the pets. Stun on the other side with Cataclysm. I don't know if the Cataclysm actually connected. I think it did. Oh no, maybe it didn't. Hard to tell. And Oblivion is going to get the images. Pyroblast are connected with Kryza, who's going to back up completely. Does pop reflect maybe a little too late before that Pyroblast was already mid-air. But Obliv is going to go for a bit of a reset himself. Kryza looking to get some health back as well. And we are still waiting for the 5th on team 2. Going to be a succubus onto Obliv from a distance. Kryza is going to chuck out a Chaos Bolt with an Emily. Getting interrupted on an Emily though. Obliv popping up some fire of his own. That's going to be quite a bit of fire. Back to Kryza. Meteor on one side, Blinking to the other. I do not know if he's playing Shimmer or normal Blink. That's going to be Kryza actually swapping to the interrupt pet, which is much better pet to deal in this situation. Chaos Bolt getting hit with a breath. That's going to be Obliv trying to wait it out with that CC as for as long as possible. As Obliv taking quite a bit of damage right now. Fear is going to hit him with Cigarettes from afar. Oh, what just happened? Obliv just took a lot of damage out of nowhere. I'm not sure what happened. That was just a couple incinerates. Kryza, you want to explain? Did a lot of damage there, bud. Taking a lot of pyros too. These guys are surprising me. Phoenix Flame bouncing back. This guy's a pre-reflexive, but super low on health. I think Obliv should be able to take him out with any globals. It's going to be a blast. Pyra, done. What just happened? Was this the strongest incinerates I've ever seen, or what? Is he playing like a fire build? Like every time he come flags, he does more fire damage? It's like a 25% increase or something. Crazy. Daedra is going to be up next as a Demonology. We're so Obliv hitting him on the stun. It's going to be a full Infernal available. Stun to fall. I mean, a Tyrant with a Mortal Call into Obliv. Might just have to go for Iceblock here. I don't think Obliv has Cauterize. So Obliv is actually in a really bad spot. No Cauterize available. Needs whatever heals he can. Drop it down to Meteor onto Daedra. Daedra is away with all those pets. It looks like Obliv recovered by a hair. He's still not out of the woods though. Looks like majority of the spells did disappear. Breath onto Daedra, trying to see if he can hit him with Ring of Frost. Gonna be an interrupt for Daedra, who did shrink it out of that breath to get that interrupt. Obliv got himself a big combustion ready. Daedra does not even reflect to follow for this. Obliv got himself a small shield. And it looks like he's gonna have to cannibalize that big burst of combustion just to get that CC off all those spells. Obliv is catching up on health little by little though. Is able to get some health. Does get an interrupt on a Daedra. I think it was a fire interrupt, which is not what you want to interrupt. Drain life for Daedra. Obliv is trying to see if he can get some instant cast in there. Breath to follow onto the Warlock, and Obliv looking to bail out of the Meteor is going to crash on the Daedra. Hits him by himself, so he does the most. Actually, he might have summoned the Vilephian at a perfect time to split the damage with that Meteor. I think it's that Vilephian did come out early enough, and it's going to be a pretty big mastery burn on the Daedra. Does get a Succubus to see onto Obliv. Is it going to be able to maybe get some damage off it? Does have a turn coming up very, very soon. And what kind of a curse does he go against Obliv? I think it looks like he goes with like, no, I think he goes, I was about to say Curse of Exhaustion for the slow, but I think he is going to maybe play with the Curse of, well, actually Curse of Tongues. Like, would you actually want to play Curse of Tongues against Mage? And I guess Obliv can dispel it. Daedra getting hit with that heal from the Mortal Coil, which almost he died to that next Pyro, but that Mortal Coil connected at the right time. There's going to be a full Tyrant available. Obliv hitting Daedra with a breath. The Tyrant does not really do damage right now. He's just chasing after Obliv, finally able to cast a spell or two. Blinking around the corner, interrupting him on that Vilephian, which is not what you want to interrupt again. That's only a fire lockout. And Daedra is going to get himself a Vilephian. That Tyrant is not going to get any value. Stun into Obliv, getting all the pets up and running with Drain Life. Obliv is going to take quite a bit of damage, trying to trade damage and blows with Daedra. And Daedra still has a massive advantage. Obliv roots all the pets. He does catch up on quite a lot of health though. So there's a lot of usage of that aggressively healing yourself with that Crucible Flame. Not really looking at it defensively. Mortal Call for Daedra, which is good. Trying to get Drain Lives whenever possible, and then trying to dip behind line of sight if you can. Succubus C, got himself Shot of Fury. It's going to be more Drain Lives, but Obliv does have a blink that does get him out of stuns. Interrupted Obliv for a second. Does he have combustion? He has combustion very, very soon. Does Obliv want to maybe go for big combustion? Has images available and enough Fire Blast in his repertoire to be able to take out Daedra. Does go for combustion in that pull though. Uncertified taking quite a bit of damage here. That's just from the... Wait, how did you take so much damage? Wait, is that only from the shield? Is that from the shield? I don't understand how this rogue is melting right now. Collect the shadows already. I don't really know. Vanish. Is he still dead? Was he just dying to the shield? Was it because... Are you dead? Are you not? I don't understand. She death? I think you're done. Was he literally dying to the shield? Was that rogue, wait, was that rogue literally dying to the blazing barrier? Because the Obliv did have combustion. Was that barrier critting on him? Did that barrier get procs of like Azurite traits? Is that what happened? Did you just blast that guy with a frostbolt for a second to just slow him down after that pyro? Belarusius looks like he's not gonna be able to survive long at all, and Obliv got himself a 1v4. I'm not sure what the fifth was on the other team. Oh my god. Oh no. Did that rogue literally just mostly get melted through the blazing barrier crits? 13k HP. Well, that might explain it, but what was killing him there? Was it really the barrier? Was it actually the barrier? Lord, I need to know. What did rogue take damage from? Can you look at details like damage taken? Does it show up? Dots? So I think Lord didn't even get an opener on the guy. He got stunned by him while combustion was still rolling. He didn't down him up. He had blazing barrier. Literally, let me show you. Okay, if you got a screenshot, I'd like to see it. Oh. Wait, what? Literally, let me show you. 12k health. Yes. Wait, Blazing Barrier. 344 fire damage. Does anyone have details so I can see like the breakdown of what did the most damage to you? Yeah, the Warlock crits actually. That is funny. Literally crits. That's crazy. I did not know. I did not know. Check Discord. Okay. I did. But like, does somebody have the Shadowlands details or a damage meter? And if you can like look up damage taken from source. I just want to see like how much damage was it from Obliv. I guess it's hard to explain since I don't have details running on this character right now, but yeah. Crucible Flame for Fire Mastery. Does Fire Mastery stack from the Blazing Barrier? I didn't think it would. But if you do this now, what's up, Chris? How you doing, my man? We got new people? Alright, we gotta get Hardwin and Cajun then. Hardwin and Cajun. Let's spell your name. Here we go. Come on, one left. Okay, Lord. That's all good, my dude. You think this mage healed? You'll see Frost Mage in beta heals and Ice Block like this person and he just shields and yeah, that's gonna be a conduit later. That's gonna be very interesting to see. I wonder. I'm pretty sure all mages of PvP will have that as a conduit. You'll have to play one defensive conduit at all times. So one was gonna be the best soulbind for them. What's your main? Rogue. On an A. Okay, cool. We got everybody here. 5 and 5, man. Perfect. Which? What do we got? We got Team 1 together with Landy. Oh. Got moves. As a Demon Hunter. What's your second weapon? You got like one sword? That's really it. We got ourselves Remaster as a sub-rogue. We got ourselves 3 TR. I guess we call him 3. We got Alfari in the back as we actually went for a bigger pop-off damage. We got us Talrion as well as is that everybody? Wait, I think I did go everybody. Okay. We got Ornash on the other team. Is Ornash gonna be more of that Frosty? Yeah, Frosty Frost. M6 is the Arms Warrior, Laura and Boomy. We got Micro as an Affliction, Warlock, and Jonas as more Arms Warriors. Oh, Jonas is playing a different playstyle slightly. Jonas is playing a slightly different playstyle. Master's going to open up with a kiddish shot to Laura. Why are you trying to go for an honor duel with a big old dress in the opener? Cheap shot right after. Does sneak in a renewal in between. Remaster not choosing to cloak against the Thorns. Laura trying to get himself some heals. Interrupt getting juked. And Remaster does not have a trick. Laura does catch himself a little bit of health at the very least. A heal or two. Just to get the dots on the rogue. And Remaster looks like he's going to back out of there for a second. He did burn a trinket, so that's going to be pretty bad for him going forward if Elora gets himself any kind of heals. Trinket out of the kidney shot. Does he go for a big burst wombo combo? Is that going to be the big one shot? Going to be a blind onto Elora. Master cloaking as the laser beam from the sky is still chasing after. Vanish. Trying to see if he can land a sap. Looks like it's not going to happen. Thrash doesn't get him out. Yes, it does. Elora should be able to dot him up. Does get the dots rolling into Boomy form back up. Remaster getting the kidney shot rolling. Blood of the enemy for Remaster. Should have probably had that together with a dress. Doesn't even matter though. I think Remaster got it. Big burst out of the road. Got the trinket out of the druid. Looks like Bark skin was available for Yolora. I don't know if it was or just came up at the very, very last second. But that's going to be done and done. Micro is going to be up next. Super unfortunate for Yolora though. Didn't even get to pop off their burst. He actually had a really good setup onto Remaster. Had a really good go against him. Damage was rolling. But just couldn't finish it. A Micro. Like a fancy. I need to get a full set of that. I think that set looks really, really good. The whole set head to toe. I like the bandana. I like that choice. I like masks in like my WoW characters if I can transmog them. I think this shit looks so good. This is going to be a shadow step for Remaster trying to get more damage to Micro with a Mortal Coil sending him out. Fear right after. Remaster does have quite a bit of dots on him though. So maybe that together with Succubus CC might do a lot here for Micro as he does activate the haze buff. These dots really do get a higher tick rate because of it. And Remaster getting constantly slow with a succubus. Looks like he's not escaping any kind of line of sight, any kind of CC any moment. Is going to go for a killer shot at a micro. Shadowy duel. Trying to see if he can walk out of it. For some reason, the succubus stops. The succubus should be able to stay on him. And it's going to keep him in combat. Remaster trying to go using that shadowy duel to maybe get himself an escape. The succubus pet still sees you through it though. So for Remaster, this is a really bad spot to be in. Cloak of Shadow is available very, very soon. Blind available very, very soon. Cheap shot onto Micro. If you can just see him through for a little bit, it's going to be more cold trick inside of it. Micro is going to go for a port. Remaster at least gets that blind off. And then breaks his own blind with a cheap shot. I don't really know why he needed to do that, but he did. He was probably expecting for Micro to trinket. I think that's what's going on. But Micro didn't trinket. So that is going to be good for him. Going up versus Landis. Landis just charging right through him. And that's going to be a nice charge, and he just kind of went past him. Was that a little bit of lag? I don't understand. But there was. Landed taking him out pretty quickly. M6 is going to be up next on Team 2 as Team 2 already losing 2 back-to-back. But at least it's a 1-to-1 kind of ratio, right? You lose 1, they lose 1. You lose 1, and now M6 just had to take out Landy, and that's all he's got to do. Trinket out from the Stormbolt as he sees the Warbreaker come in. M6 as he wants to go for big damage. He doesn't get any. Landy getting the big blood of the enemy onto M6, looking for the big one-shot. That's going to be M6 taking a ton of deeps. Does not go for parry just yet. Commanding shout is available. And Landy does pop a blur. It's going to be charged around the pillar, which helps to connect. Short stun by Landy. I don't think he actually got it off. And actually, Landy might be going down here with the execute. M6 somehow surviving that one. I don't even know how he does it. Dropping down the banner as Tellurian looking to get himself a bit of that one-on-one action. Arms versus arms. M6 is going to be down on an offensive, but not on the prime defensive that he needs to win this duel. He does have the parry. So I feel like he might be able to do something if they ever catch up to one another. I'm about to run out of space on my table. Okay, I ran out of space. I have a long mouse mat, but I can only go so far. Oh no. It looks like M6 is actually just going to buy himself as much time as humanly possible, recover that health, get some cooldowns back. Commanding shout is back up. He does have it on a 1-minute CD. Stormbolt onto Tellurian, staying in defensive stance while trying to fight Tellurian, who's going to go for that disarm, denying a lot of the damage from that Warbreaker. And it's actually looking to maybe kind of wait out with M6. Fear, Zerker Rage is out of it, going to go for a battle stance. M6 still sitting in defensive stance, but taking so much damage. Parry might need to come out here. He's in a really bad spot. Goes in for the Avatar with a commanding shout. Parry not out just yet. It's still in the bad spot. And Tellurian could maybe kill him with just overpowers back to back. There's going to be a stun onto Tellurian. Does not have a trinket anymore. M6 is just super, super low in health. It looks like Tellurian taking him out. I think for a warrior going into a battle stance, out of defensive stance, while cooldowns are up, might be worth it now, boys. That's going to be Jonas up next. Tellurian sitting in defensive stance for now. Is going to try to see if he can walk away from the Ravager. Does get a slow into Jonas and just looking to kite him up a bit. It's going to get a hit into the banner. Not enough to kill it. Jonas does get out of combat for a second to get back in. Tellurian popping off into battle stance. Zerker Rage, not even Zerker Rage. I think it's just Jonas breaking through the defensive. And Tellurian just completely just dumps him right through Jonas. Parry is up while low. Probably shouldn't have gotten his parry as low as M6 because that didn't work out well for him last time. Tellurian still in Avatar, popping in defensive stance, actually back to battle stance, trying to get those executes off, trying just to end this duel right now. He got a little bit of advantage getting those executes while in battle stance. I think it's something warriors, arms warriors are going to have to start to learn to do. Normally, arms warriors just sit in defensive stance all the time. You take no damage. Pop in a battle stance, you do 20% more damage. You uncap yourself. You're going to be a little bit more susceptible to damage yourself, true. But if you get yourself maybe ignore pain rolling, make your burst really pop. And that's going to be Ornage getting hit with a bit of that fear to follow after that reflect on the poly. Tellurian is going to be able to at least get his mastery, get himself a heal off of Ornage, so it's going to keep him a little bit survivable. Defensive stance is up right now. And Ornage doing quite a lot of damage here. Tellurian at least get himself a charge with a Warbreak up and running back into battle stance. Does he get an interrupt? Maybe a Frostbolt is going to pop himself a defensive. Ray of Frost cannot stop it right now. Has to pop back into defensive. But looking like his health is just not doing all that good. And that's going to be a nice Reaper Flames at the end for Ornage, taking him out. Yeah, as a Frost Mage, I think you have a massive advantage over an Arms Warrior in a 1v1 like that. Just the constant slows. And 3DR is going to be up next as a Beastmaster Hunter. His pets are actually all Nova'd up above that or frozen. So Ornach actually is trying to see if he can get himself maybe in a Viz. Looks like he has some kind of a bleed on him. 3DR trying to see if he can disengage from one side, let the pets come up from another. Playing that Beastmaster Hunter might be rough. Sun onto Ornach, trick inside of your middle. It's going to be Frozen Orb, that's going to be Turtle for 3DR. Trying to take the least amount of damage from Ornach. Ornach does not have burst cooldowns anymore. But I guess any kind of shatter combo is going to be his big burst cooldowns. Nova onto 3DR does get those lances. Those lances do quite a bit when you can get those roots. Blizzard around the corner as Ornach is continuing to kite. 3DR not really kiteable all that easily. He's pets are doing quite a lot of work. Nice root onto Ornach with a binding shot. And that's going to be an ice block for the mage. The 3DR catches up on a bit of heals. Ornach is in a very, very tough spot right now. Cannot gain health while he's in immune. And needs to wait until cooldowns are back up and running for him to be able to maybe come back from this one. The interrupt onto Frost is going to put him in a bad situation. Can't use the Novas right now. And 3DR on one side while Ornach on the other. Does try to see if he can catch 3DR into a ring of frost. It looks like one of the pets might still run into it. Looks like one of the pets, the Raptor, does not run through it. Frozen Orb onto 3DR and Ornach does go down. Super unfortunate for Ornach as a Frost Mage. It is rough out here, dude. Dalaran though with them 2 kills back to back as a Arms Warrior. I do like that, dude. I do like Arms Warriors doing stuff. I like that a lot. Just popping off, man. Sometimes you just have to. I know you want to play very, very defensive, and I know you're an Arms Warrior, right? You got like no heals at all, unless you talent for it, or if you get an execute on something. It's rough out there. I know it is. But sometimes you just gotta take off all that armor because it's slowing you down anyway. And going for the big blaster damage, especially with how your master works now. You have to do more burst damage. You have to uncap yourself because you can't just let your master bleed them the whole time. Now you actually have to put in the work too. It's rough out there, dude. Let's get another going, boys, yeah? We get Jesus and we can get ourselves Lore Lord next. How does that sound? Jesus and Lore Lord. Good duels by the Rogues, by the way. Oh, by that Rogue and Demon Hunter on that team, by the way. Good duels all around, boys. 23. He's gonna be 24th here. Oh, Fortin. Oh, that's a face we haven't seen in a while. How's it going? Good night, Dalaran. Was fun testing one shot of Mabumi. Yeah, Cajun. I had a lot of fun watching it, man. It was super fun recording it. That was funny. Finally won Arms. I've been commensurate for 6 months. It's gonna be a journey. I think Fury still might be a little bit better for duels, and if you want to try Fury, you should totally do it. But Arms, I feel like, is gonna have a lot more potential now. And by that I mean a lot more potential than it had. Not a lot more potential than other spec of Warrior. I can't really compare Arms and Fury against one another. I feel like it's not fair. But I can say that Arms is better than what used to. I won't compare Arms versus Fury though, because you know, self heals versus no heals. Switch. What do we got? Team 1, we got ourselves a slight change. We got a Bliv, we got ourselves Athel, we got ourselves Fortin the Monk. We got Nimu as well as Nura. Druids, be out of count for a minute out of stealth unless you're dueling. Thank you so much. Appreciate you ahead of time. We got ourselves. You see, this is going to be Fatal first up versus Ath again in that big juicy opener. You're letting the bleeds flow, and Ath taking a bit of damage with the Shield of Vengeance used pretty early on. No Hand of Freedom for that root. Just going to kind of go for a bit of reset. Looks like Atho is switched himself up a little bit to play with Vision of Perfection Major. That was a random wings proc just now. So you might be able to give him a little bit of that burst potential stun onto Fatal. Huge damage out of nowhere. Wait, Fatal is actually done and done for. Hammer's getting thrown in. Actually has no health right now. Slow has a wall available for this. Is that wall even going to do anything? I think Fatal's Fatal. He got fatally wounded. Oh no. Oh. We got ourselves Melon up next. Oh, as long as Melon not being a Belland. We got ourselves Yander. We got ourselves Fenny. And we got ourselves Ken. And Melon looking like he's dropping down a big old bike into Atho. Cloak of Shadows and evasion available. Atho bubbles this. Is that evasion even going to help you much? Okay, Atho. Okay, he had wings. It's okay. I was about to lose my shit, but Atho had wings and he popped Word of Glory with like a heal. Okay, I guess it's all right. He had wings, but he's basically lay hands on him. That's all I'm saying. At least he had wings on. If he did that without wings, then I really would have lost it just now. Because paladins. Remember how at the beginning of the challenge we were like, man, paladins are not going to be all that good. I wonder if paladins are going to be all that bad. It's like, whoa, the heal. Whoa. Melon landing the kidney shot on to Fort, on to Atham. Almost calling Fortum. Better control him. That's going to be tricky. Burn for Melon. Big hammer hanging over his head. Atham been popping in big cooldowns. I don't think he even used to do anything. I think Melon is just done and done. Blind, and Melon does have a cheat death, saving him in the last second. Blind is holding on strong. Looks like Melon is going to catch himself a reset. This rogue got literally saved with cheat death. Literally saved. He cheated death. Because the final hit was that hammer. And that gave a cheat death proc, which gave all that health back. Wow. Does Athos still play adaptation? Actually, I don't think he even plays a trinket. Or if he does play trinkets, he doesn't play like CC breaker trinkets. He's gonna get himself a consecration, picking up the eyes, and Rogue is gonna roll up. Oh, we have the Pharaoh leave, so now Melon is gonna be first up in that group. Taking quite a bit of damage from Atho. Can a shot to follow? Is he gonna stay? There's Vendetta. He is thinking. Oh. Oh my god, he got a random proc of wings with a final verdict. That was it. Just, yeah. Oh no. No, this is not how that's supposed to go down. Assassin Rogue versus Paladin. Big hammer hanging over Yandex's head. Got himself AMS. Probably might. He's just layering all this defensive hard as that hammer. That hammer hit him through AMS as well as AMZ. I wonder if you needed to layer everything with a Zot trinket and all in order to take the least amount of damage from that one. That was rough. Yandex taking a lot of damage from Atho right now, though. That is wings available. Yandex still has a couple defenses ready, so you can use them whenever needed. You just got to make sure you interrupt Atho. Missing that kick, that's going to be super difficult to deal with. He's going to try to get some damage rolling. Atho with wings up, still able to heal himself, do some magnanimous healing. Yandex popping off the power rune weapon. But I don't really know if that's really going to do much for you. At least it gives him a lot of resources. He can play defensively. It's going to go for Lichborn. Atho actually kind of dipping low. He doesn't have bubble. Wait, Atho could be in a bad spot right now. Yandex actually standing a chance. There's a stun to Atho, but does he have it right here? Shield of Venom is holding Atho up for a little bit longer, but he does. Okay. That was one word of glory. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Remember what I said? I was about to lose it. I think I lost it there, dude. I think I just lost it there. AMS available for Yandex. It is not going to hold long at all, though. Athaman just cutting him into that consecration. That's going to be Nazar trinket available for Yandex. He's having to tank up, and I know a lot of people will say, dude, Nazar trinket, a tank trinket in duels, that's busted. But then again, I kind of feel bad for Yandex. Okay, Atho, did you just Word of Glory yourself back up again? You were actually low, and Yannick just missed that stun by a hair, and then you're back up to full. Wings are up and running for Atho. Final verdict onto Yandex. He's just telling you it is over. Athoman's still low. Bubble available in 13. Wait, he actually could come back. Pop. Does he have enough? Oh, wait, he actually did it. He actually had the damage. With like 3 seconds left on that bubble, that is super, super unfortunate. Oh my goodness. I don't know if Atho had a wings available by then. But that was super, super unfortunate, Atho. But I love you. I was actually feeling bad for Yannick. I was thinking there's no way this DK wins. There's no way. Atho is messing with him at this point. I did not realize it was going to go down like this. I still love you, buddy. Still my favorite in my heart. But Yandex, I like rooting for the underdog. He's literally a Morgan too, so I guess it works out. Didn't mean to make that kind of a joke, but there it is. Fanny going to be up next versus Obliv. The Fire Mage didn't really take too much to take Yandex down. But there it is. Sap into Sap. The Kidney Shot available. Kidney Shot is up. Obliv could trigger if it was a bike. Blood of the enemy came in, I think, a little bit too late. Breath of the Fanny does not have to trinket out of the breath. Looks like it kind of just breaks out with the dots from Obliv. There's going to be images available for Obliv. It looks like the images could not find Fanny. Could not do it. Very, very unfortunate. Which one is Obliv? Obliv is 1. Okay, cool. And Fanny is what? 3? 1 3? Okay. Cheap shot on Obliv does break out of it with a trinket. Actually did trinket it. With a breath, and it's going to be Fanny tricketed out of that one. With the kidney shot, it's going to be short. Obliv blinking out of the kidney shot with Fanny. Not a lot of defenses left. Cloak of Shadows is your best friend, my folk friend. Cloak of Shadows is your best friend. Be sure to use it against casters. Save it for the right opportunity. It's better than to press it and press it at the wrong time than not press it at all. Vanish was also available if you want to. Blind was also available. Next up is going to be Ken. And Ken, oh my goodness, my man, you're already melting. Stone into Obliv. Could Trinket out of it. Actually going to go for an Ice Buck instead. With the brother to Ken. Just fire blasts back to back. Pirates of Flying Crucible. AMS is the only thing he has that's keeping him alive right now. Does he have any kind of heals? IBF? Okay. Well, Obliv take him out pretty quick. Yo, Atho, how much did you heal? Wait. Oh, he actually didn't heal more than damage. For some reason I thought Atho was like in crazy amount of healing today. That's nuts. Atho. I guess you shouldn't underestimate Frost DKs. I learned that lesson today. You should not underestimate Frost DKs. Even though they'll be much better at level 60, even at level 50 they can do enough damage. And this guy also had Nazat Trinket, so that does keep him a lot of survivability. Because you gotta give him credit. He did live through Athaman's goes. Alright, boys. Are we doing more or are we done ski? Are we doing more or are we done ski? What's a good elemental shaman I could model my gear off of for PvP? I would do Tasty from EU or Tickle. One of those two. Both of them are really good. There's probably more shamans. Elemental though. Is there any elemental shamans I'm missing? I think there's some NA shamans we've had that have been Master Blasters and Elemental, but I can't think of much. But then again, I'm also really bad at remember names. The two names I can think of are Tickle and Tasty. Are Russians here? Hello, Ruski, hello. Down moments of alls. Any tips on monks, priests, locks, or hunters? Any tips for monks, priests, locks, or hunters? I mean, when you're leveling, have fun. I would level, like, healers are pretty easy to level with if you want to grind dungeons, but you don't really need to grind dungeons. You can just do normal quests. Apparently, there's certain quest zones that are really high XP. Somebody stop me speaking communist. Yeah. In my defense, I haven't played in a week. Fair enough. How you doing, Atha? How you been busy and stuff? Maybe Athaman, why haven't you not played in a week? Because that would explain why we're having such a lack of people in the U today. How about Outlaw 9.0? It's pretty good. Outlaw 9.0 is pretty good. How you doing, my guy? If you want to have a light queues, go tank. Yes, if you want to have fast queues, you go tank. But I don't think you want to do. I don't think the fastest way of leveling is dungeons. Actually, I think it's zones. I think specific zones give you insane amount of XP if you finish them quick enough. But I could be wrong. On mnogo znает по долгой службе. I don't know what that means. Pre-patch isn't anything special, kind of boring to be honest. I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun with pre-patch, to be honest. But that's just been my experience. I've been having a lot of fun playing my ults and playing my main. And like Outlaw actually slapping in PvP now, like really hard. And I don't know, I've been enjoying it a ton. I understand though, like pre-patch event, like the 11th, I think it's what a lot of people are going to be waiting for a while now. But I've been having a ton of fun, to be honest. I actually been enjoying it. I've been leveling. That's been a ton of fun. 5 hours, level 50. Yeah, apparently it only takes 5 hours if you go in a specific setup. And if you have a friend, a tank, geared, go free heal boost. Oh, free heal boosting? Yeah, I guess free heal boosting can do pretty quick too. I just been enjoying like the questing side of things. You know, actual leveling, doing stuff. Dalaran привет, go. Am I selling garage? No, what? Must be a Russian inside joke that I don't know. Pre-patch is great to level new tunes. The event, a lot of people test new characters with decent gear. I think it's more fun in pre-patch than all BFA. Yes, I'm having more fun in pre-patch right now than I did in BFA the Corruptions. At some point, BFA I just wouldn't log on unless I'm raiding. And pre-patch is a lot more fun. Learn Russian from WoW. Damn, all the crippling depression. I did learn Russian from WoW. No, I was born in Russia. No. New Island is pretty nice. New Exiles Reach. Yes, it's really cool. I like it. If it is down, he asked if you sell a garage. Yeah, okay. I have no idea what he means by that. Привет from Fenny. Здорово, Fenny, здорово. Hello from Fenny. Hello, Fenny. Здорово. Hello, Fenny. Здорово, как дела? Друзья, дружи. That's some random ass Russian dude. certain colloquial words Russian use, or at least I have an idea of like what Russians, the colloquial Russians would use. I try to emulate it. I have no idea though. Nice accent, thanks, man. Treason? Oh, sorry, forget. You ever go gaming events like cons? No, I don't leave my house ever. Imagine, especially now with like, you know, especially now, I don't think anybody wants to leave. But prior to this, I always wanted to go to BlizzCon, but I never wanted to go by myself. I always wanted to go BlizzCon with like IRL friends. I thought it would be super fucking fun. Like friends from high school, like they always wanted to go to a BlizzCon or any kind of cons like that. I wouldn't want to travel by myself though. No, I'm not the kind of person to travel in the first place. I don't like moving. I don't like traveling. You know what I mean? But yeah, what's up, user? How you doing, my man? Let's go to BlizzCon 2021 Dal. Oh yeah, because 2020 BlizzCon won't work. Wait, what do you mean like? Well, okay, hold on. It all depends. Do you mean like next one or this one was supposed to happen but didn't happen? It depends which one you mean. I'm either getting the joke or I'm not. Ты разговариваешь на русском, респект. Ну, большое спасибо. Я забываю мой русский уже. Yes, I speak Russian respect. I speak Russian respect. Literal translation. It sounds a lot better in Russian. And I said I'm forgetting my Russian already. I mean, 21 DK, how else to interpret that? Okay, yeah, no, it makes sense. I spaced. Yeah, maybe 2021. That'll be interesting. If everything settles by then. Another feeling could be there in instant without traveling. Yeah, if you could teleport to places, I would travel. I would travel the shit out of the world, dude. If you could just be there instantly without having to take the actual, like, physical labor of getting your body over there, I'd fucking do it, dude. If you could just step through a gateway like a goddamn mage portal, and there you are at Anaheim, at BlizzCon, I'd fucking do it in an instant, dude. I'd fucking do it, you know, because you don't have to worry about the travel, you don't have to worry about the planes, you have to worry about getting a hotel, because you fucking teleport over there, fucking walk in, enjoy yourself, go back home, sleep in your own bed, wake up and do it again tomorrow. I'd fucking do it in an instant, dude. I think a lot more people would too. If you have one spell from WoW IRL, what would it be? If I had one spell from World of Warcraft in real life, what would it be? I'm trying to think of rogue spells now. Hold on. Is there a rogue spell that I would want? Could it be a talent? I can't see the sounds of all the specs. If I had one spell, I'd probably do Cloak of Shadows. Because if I ever have any kind of diseases, or if I'm ever sick, I just cloak. Gone. How amazing would that be? That'd be pretty fucking fun. Vanish? Well, I already know how to vanish. I run into my house, lock the doors, and never go outside. Like, I can already vanish IRL. I can already do that. Blind? I can go find sand outside right now and throw it in someone's face. I can blind people already. I can already do that. Hearthstone? Hearthstone would be pretty cool, actually. But probably Cloak of Shadows if I had to pick like a rogue spell, so I don't ever have to be sick ever. I think they'd be nice. Just cleanse myself of all sickness and be healthy. Because then if I'm healthy, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Could you tell a secret? How were you from? I was studying native or English speaker, like in English or something. Nah, I'm from Russia. Platform would be pretty cool. Cloak will stop bleeding. Guess you better not get stabbed. I mean, as long as I don't go outside, I don't get stabbed. Am I right? If I lived in Philly, however, maybe that'll be a different choice. Kidney shot? I mean, you can punch someone in the kidneys right now, can't you? You punch it really hard. Punch someone in the gut. I think it'll stun them just like a kidney shot would. But also, kidney shot, how do you generate common points then? You don't have Sinister Strike. Because you can't generate common points. Looking to see what PvP will feel like. I subbed to the game for the first time. See how it was worth it. Hey, man, I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. Best have fun, level a character, take it easy, do what sounds like fun to you, man. Take it easy. Look for a guild. I think finding a guild would be good for you, especially a new player. Служи тебе за ответ, контакт друг. Это контакт друг. Пожалуйста, пожалуйста. He said thank you for the content. How'd you guys watch me? I don't even know why some of you guys watch me. I feel like I gotta sit here and yell into my microphone all day. But I'm glad you guys like it. I really, really do. Seriously. Alrighty, boys, we gotta call it here. It is 7:06. I'm gonna go get some food, get some work done for tonight. Tomorrow we got more duels over on the NA. I think I'll try to be a bit more aggressive in promoting that. But otherwise, thank you boys so much for coming by. Appreciate you all so much for coming. Have yourselves a good one. I'll see all you boys next stream. Peace.